Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Island Falls Saskatchewan and Anderson, the NAW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and with Piggly Wiggly, also by America Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing.
First, visiting Green Bay Bullfrogs.
Hello and welcome to Simmons Field here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. My name is Will Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, and welcome to the WOCO Sports Pregame Show. The Bullfrogs are coming off of a walk-off victory over the Kenosha Kingfish, where they edged out the Kingfish 7-6, a 4-run bottom of the ninth inning, an absolute thriller. It was off the bat of Trent Bauer, the hometown guy. He grew up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, played his high school ball at Joanne Stadium. I mean, I don't think you could write a better storyline for how last night would end. With that said, we are here in Kenosha at Simmons Field. It should be a packed house Friday night. It's a weekend series here in Kenosha. It's the third game of this 4-game series, a rare 4-game series, just one of 2 this season. The next 4 games for the Bullfrogs after this series comes to a close will be against the Wisconsin Woodchucks. But granted, there's a day off between those 2 games, 2 series that is. So we'll see if that has any effect on how the team plays. Of course, split with the Kenosha Kingfish on the home series. We'll see what they can do here on the away series. Let's take a look at the league schedule and then give you your lineups for both teams.
Number 26, Garrett Gooden.
The Rockford Rivets are tied up with the Wisconsin Woodchucks 5-5. That's the first game of a 2-game doubleheader. The Rochester Hawkers are tied up with the La Crosse Loggers. The Lakeshore Chinooks have a 1-0 lead over the Rafters in the bottom of the first. The Mankato Moondogs, they have a 3-1 lead over the Thunder Bay Border Cats. That game in the top of the 5th inning. The St. Cloud Rocks have a 1-0 lead over the Duluth Huskies, 1-0. That game in the top of the 5th inning. The Battle Creek Bombers are in Madison tonight, taking on the Mallards. The Bismarck Larks in Waterloo, taking on the Bucks. The Roller Stingers, they are in Eau Claire, taking on the Express. The Duluth Huskies in St. Cloud, taking on the Rocks. And the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders are in Kalamazoo, taking on the Growlers. Let's take a look at the lineups for both teams. We'll start off with the home team, the Kenosha Kingfish. Connor Doyle, the center fielder, will lead things off tonight. Mike Madej follows him up. He's the designated hitter. Jack Yalowitz, he's batting third and playing left field. Derek Bingert will be the cleanup hitter tonight, playing first base. Austin Barado will be the right fielder tonight, batting fifth. Jesse Wilkening, he'll be the catcher tonight. Michael Sinks, the shortstop, will be batting seventh. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Carson Brashears. Sage Brule, the third baseman tonight, is in the 9-hole. And out on the bump tonight for the Kenosha Kingfish will be Zach Stromberg, the sophomore left-handed pitcher out of Boston College, the 6'2", 200-pound lefty. Starting lineup for your Green Bay Bullfrogs. Mikey Falia of UC Irvine will lead things off, the center fielder. Connor Bigneski, left fielder out of State College of Florida, will be batting second. Riley Smith, the shortstop tonight, batting third out of the University of Minnesota. Dan Leckie finds himself in the cleanup spot, the third baseman out of College of Lafayette. Troy Johnson, the right fielder, is batting fifth of Gonzaga. David Mayberry back in the lineup. David Mayberry, of course, started the year out on a temporary contract and was not re-signed to the team. But come 2 months later, he finds himself back in Green Bay on the roster. He will be batting sixth tonight and the designated hitter. Willie Bourbon's the first baseman, batting seventh. Ben Hart, the second baseman, will be batting eighth out of Oakland University. Zach Plunkett, he's the catcher tonight, and he is batting in the 9-hole. And out on the bump for the Bullfrogs, Garrett Gooden. Garrett Gooden out of Georgia Tech, the right-handed hurler on the season, has appeared in just 3 games. Has just 1 start to his name, that coming back in Kalamazoo, where he would have his struggles on the mound. Has a 8.30 ERA coming into the game, has dealt in just 4 strikeouts to 10 walks. He's a guy that can throw a fastball anywhere from 82 to 93. So he's really a guy that, if he's in the zone, he's in there, but if he walks a couple of batters, it could be a long game for the Bullfrogs. We'll see how he can fare today. As mentioned, just his second start on the year. Last night, as mentioned, the Bullfrogs were able to edge out the Kenosha Kingfish in a game that would go all the way down to the bottom of the ninth inning. The Bullfrogs would have a 4-1 deficit in front of them going into the bottom of the eighth. They posted 2 runs to make it a 1-run ball game in the ninth inning. And then the Kenosha Kingfish posted 2 runs in that top of the ninth and looked like they were going to put away the Bullfrogs. 6-3 the score. Bullfrogs trailed by 3, and they would storm back. A 2 RBI single from Troy Johnston in the ninth inning, followed by a bases loaded hit by pitch that tied the game, and then an RBI single with the bases loaded and 2 outs on the board for Trent Bauer. You couldn't write this storyline any better. It's the hometown hero. Trent Bauer made the local news for making the team, had his struggles all season. When he came up to bat, was batting below .050, had just 1 hit on the season, 1 RBI, and sure enough, comes in, digs in, and launches a line drive up the middle of the field, winning the game for the Bullfrogs. He was chased into the outfield, drenched in Gatorade, and would have himself a great night. We're going to step aside for the ceremonial first pitches and the national anthem. When we come back, we will play you the sounds of last night's game. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
24/7 well and pump service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site, whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines. They'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the O'Connell Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 well and pump service. Fireside Road, O'Connell Falls.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American Inn hospitality.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
Mostly clear skies in the forecast for tonight, with low temperatures dropping back into the mid to upper 50s, with our winds staying light. Lots of sunshine into your Sunday with a high of 82 degrees. Then for your Sunday night, mostly clear skies there, a low temperature of 62. Approaching the mid-80s for highs on your Monday with lots of sunshine, and even into your Tuesday, still looking to stay dry with partly to mostly sunny conditions, a high around 83 degrees. For WOCO Radio, I'm meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game. I play for the smell of my leather glove, the sound of infield chatter, and that incredible feel of the ball jumping off my bat. I play for sacrifice bunts and sacrifice flies because they've taught me what it means to be a teammate.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in Wisconsin learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules, time management skills, and the value of hard work and sacrifice.
I play high school softball for my friends who decorate my locker before every big game. That's who I play for. Play for keeps. Play for fun. Play on.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
We are here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. That was the national anthem. The Bullfrogs have traveled out for the weekend series last night. They get the 7-6 win. Listen in to the sounds of the game. It goes all the way down the left field line. The count sits at 1-2. The delivery. Breaking ball, swung on, a blooper into right field. Going to be an easy grab for Andrew Barato. Runner at third tags up, and Dan Leckie, the throw from right field, and not in time. Everyone advances a bag, and the right-handed batter stands in, and Bulkey, wasting no time, sends in a pitch. It's swung on, line drive to third, and Dan Leckie makes the play. Call it the hot corner for a reason. Michael Bulkey gives him a nice fist bump, and they jog back to the dugout. 1-2, that's swung on, ground ball to Dan Leckie. Has the out at third, the throw to first, in time. Double play for the Bullfrogs. McKay deals. Swung on, a line drive to right center field, that's going to drop fair. Bagnasky rounding third, he's going to come in and score. And runners on the corners now for the Bullfrogs. An RBI single for Willie Bourbon. Bullfrogs within 2. McKay deals in the 2-2. Swung on, a blooper out in the left field. That drops fair. Base hit for Dan Leckie as Riley Smith comes across to score. The Bullfrogs within 1. Billy McKay comes set, deals in the 0-1. Swung on, line drive middle of the field, base hit. One run's going to come around to score for the Bullfrogs. They're going to send in another, and the Frogs make it a 1-run ball game. McKay deals in the first pitch. Inside, it hits him. That ties the ball game. A hit by pitch makes it 6-6 here in the bottom of the ninth. 0 for 3 tonight. McKay deals. Swung on. Line drive, middle of the field. The Bullfrogs win. A walk-off single from Trent Bauer, just his second hit in a Frogs uniform. That was the sounds from last night's game. The 7-6 victory for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Trent Bauer, the hometown hero, gets it done. Just his second hit all season. The first hit since all the way back when he was on a temporary contract back in early June. It's late July when he finds the next one some 2 months later. And he's the hometown hero, gets the victory for the Bullfrogs. Just their 4th win of the second half. They sit at 4-17 on the year. Kenosha Kingfish, they come into the game with a 10-12 record. Coming into last night's game, or currently supporting quite the winning streak. Of course, they had managed the victory in the first game of this series. 12-4, absolutely put it on the Green Bay Bullfrogs, and they were on a 4-game winning streak coming into last night. The Bullfrogs, of course, coming into last night's contest, 8-game losing streak, longest in franchise history. They snap it in dramatic fashion and find themselves here in Kenosha for the weekend. Due out for the Bullfrogs here in this first inning will be Mikey Falia, the center fielder. Center fielder out of UC Irvine, right-handed hitter on the season for the Bullfrogs, has been a bright spot. Mikey Falia coming into the at-bat, batting .298, the best on the team. Out on the bump for the Kenosha Kingfish, Zach Stromberg. He deals one in, and it's a fastball inside and low. Ball 1, and it's the start of the game.
Game time temperature is 72 degrees.
Zach Stromberg out on the bump tonight for the Kenosha Kingfish. Out of Boston College, deals in the 1-0. That's another fastball. That time it's inside as well. 2-0. Stromberg on the season for the Kingfish, coming to the game supporting a 1.89 ERA. He has been unreal. The 2-0 pitch is swung on, slow grounder to second. Brashears has it. The throw to first is in time, and there's an out on the board. Connor Bigneski will now dig in for the Bullfrogs, the left fielder, newcomer to the team, playing in just his 4th game. Brashears over at second base tonight after we've seen him play some shortstop and just really been used all over the place for the Kenosha Kingfish, a utility player. Left-handed hitter, and Beneski stands in. First one to him. To fastball wide, 1-0. Stromberg out there on the bump, making his 5th start in 33 innings pitched, has dealt in 30 strikeouts. A 3-2 record on the year and a save. The 1-0 pitch is swung on, a fly ball to center field. Connor Doyle underneath of it raises his glove and makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down, just like that. And Riley Smith, the shortstop, went out digging. Riley Smith, the shortstop on the season for the Bullfrogs, on a bit of a slump. At one point this season was batting above .315, had the best batting average, but after going 0 for 21 in a few games, 5-game hitless streak, would finally manage to kind of find his way back to it. Would come around to score a couple of times for the Bullfrogs last night. Watches the first one go by, inside for a strike, 0-1. Smith on the season batting .266, has managed 12 RBIs to his name as well. Steps out of the box, now stands back in, and Zach Stromberg, wasting no time, deals it in. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt, and he evens it up. Stromberg, a left-handed pitcher, with Bullfrogs have had their success against lefties this year. Notably better at batting average against left-handed pitchers compared to righties. Smith digs in. The 1-1. That's swung on and fouled away right side over towards the concession area. We're here at Simmons Field in Kenosha. An absolute beautiful park and an absolute packed house tonight as well. Grandstand seatings that reach all the way down the third base line and the left field line as well. And the first base side. A 1-2 pitch is swung on. It's a blooper into right field. Base hit. Riley Smith rounding first. He's going to go for 2. Get there standing up. And he rounds the second base bag, and he's going to slide into third. I took my eyes off of Austin Barado, and Riley Smith did not. Staring him down, kind of bobbled with the ball out there. Might have slipped even. And Riley Smith, looking over, realizes, hey, man, I can get over to third base off of this. And sure enough, slides in safely. And with 2 outs on the board, Riley Smith manages a triple. Dan Leckie, the third baseman, digs in. Out of Lafayette College, watches a fastball run inside, 1-0. Dan Leckie on the season for the Bullfrogs, batting just .216, but he's only been around for about 12 games or so. Has managed 2 home runs and 10 RBIs in his short tenure. A 1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled straight back, 1-1. What looked like was going to be an easy 1-2-3 inning for Zach Stromberg. Now he kind of finds himself in a bind. A runner just 90 feet away. Another base hit would give the Bullfrogs a lead here. Mikey Foley and Connor Bigneski down quick, and Riley Smith responds. A 1-1 pitch, a fastball inside, swung on and missed. He goes down the count, 1-2 now. The right-handed batter stands in. Bullfrogs in their away uniforms. Alternative look. 1-2. Swung on and fouled away towards the dugout. To stay alive, count remains a ball and 2 strikes. A lot of movement in front of the dugout for both teams. Everyone kind of brings some chairs out and actually sit their chairs in front of the dugout. Interesting look. Don't know many other places where you have the players sitting outside of the dugout. The 1-2 pitch, a fastball high and inside, evens it up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Granted, it's not everybody that is sitting outside the dugout, but of course the coaches find themselves sitting in front, and then just about everyone has a foldable chair just hanging out. 2-2, swung on and popped straight up right above the press box here. And evens the count up, 2 balls and 2 strikes, or rather, the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Next roofing has been provided Kenosha and Racine. Top quality workmanship and reliability since 1957.
Dan Leckie steps out and readjusts his batting gloves, takes his time, now stands back in. And Zach Stromberg takes a breath and sends in the 2-2. That one swung on and fouled back. Dan Leckie just getting a piece of it.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Full count. Riley Smith takes a lead over at third. There's 2 outs on the board. We just got underway with the first inning. And Zach Stromberg, the lefty, comes set. Takes a breath, deals in the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Zach Stromberg, after allowing a triple, responds with a strikeout. And the Bullfrogs leave a runner stranded in scoring position. And that'll do it for the top of the first inning. Stay tuned for the bottom half. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network 107.1 FM.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not the kick, right?
We'll see.
It's Cellcom's Customer Appreciation Celebrations. Get smartphones from the top 2 brands for just a penny each, along with food prizes and sales on accessories. Cellcom, built for you. Available day of event only. New 2-year activation qualified upgrade required. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/celebrate for details.
And of course, the best seats in all of Kenosha. Kaiser, present home.
Hello and welcome back to Simmons Field here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. Bottom of the first inning, about to get underway. Garrett Gooden out on the bump, making his second start this season. 0-1 on the year, but has dealt in just 8 innings of work. Has thrown 4 strikeouts to 10 walks. The right-handed hurler out of Georgia Tech will try to start things out a bit better than he did last time against the Kalamazoo Growlers. That's the game where he registered the loss. Due up for the Kenosha Kingfish here in this first frame will be Connor Doyle, Mike Madej, and Jack Yalowitz. Connor Doyle, the center fielder so far this season for the Kenosha Kingfish, has been a bright spot in the lineup. A guy that last night would have a pretty successful day, managing a multi-hit game as well as a RBI and a run to boot. Right-handed batter on the year, batting .282 and has 23 RBIs. Garrett Gooden deals one in, a fastball inside, it hits him. Not a great way to start the game for Gooden. A similar way that we saw the game start last night, when last night's starting pitcher Nick McLeese would hit Mike Foley to lead off the game in the bottom of the first inning. But he would bounce back and end up pitching some solid innings. We'll see if Gooden can do the same.
Mike Madej!
Mike Madej, the designated hitter, digs in. Left-handed hitter on the season, batting .233, and has managed 4 long balls and 26 runs brought in. Garrett Gooden deals in a fastball that clips their outside portion, and it is an 0-1 count to lead things off here. On deck would be Jack Yalowitz, the left fielder. He's batting third tonight, and Derek Banger, cleanup hitters in the hole. Mike Madej stands in, the Purdue University product. Gooden comes set and sends in the 0-1. Runner off from first, and it skips across home plate and gets away from Zach Plunkett. Runner rounding second, and he's going to get to third, as it will go down as a stolen base and a wild pitch that puts the runner all the way over to third.
That base was stolen freaky fast, just like Jimmy John's.
It's a fastball that skips off of the infield, or rather the dirt that sits just in front of home plate, bounces and hits Zach Plunkett in the helmet, in fact, and then rolls all the way back towards the backstop. No shot for him to try to go get it in time to try to get Connor Doyle out at third, as he got there easily standing up. So a 1-1 count now, no outs on the board, and a runner over at third. A 1-1 delivery is a fastball that's wide, 2-1. Hits the outside corner and evens it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Mike Bidet, a guy that has been on fire recently for the Kenosha Kingfish. And Purdue University has taken notice. 2-2. Fastball high and wide. Full count now. Purdue University featuring Mike Bidet recently on their social media for how well he's played here. Payoff pitch, fastball wide, and not a great start to the game for Garrett Gooden. Hits the first batter he sees and then walks the next. Runners on the corners. No outs on the board. Bottom of the first inning, tied up 0-0.
Donating $20 to the Mahone Foundation every time the Kingfish player walks at Civic
Jack
Field.
Yalowitz, the left fielder, digs in. The left-handed hitter
From Illinois.
out of Illinois.
25, Jack.
Digs in, batting .282 on the year, 11 RBIs. Yalowitz this past season at Illinois would be named a Big Ten All Big Ten team. Garrett Gooden steps off the rubber, checks the run over at first. Madej, who scampers back. And Yalowitz digs back in, wide open stance. Gooden deals, a slicer to the second baseman, Ben Hart. Throw to first is in time. They get the out there, but the run comes across to score, and Connor Doyle and the Kenosha Kingfish take an early 1-0 lead. To 4-3 outs, RBI for Yalowitz. Mike Madej's able to move over to second base as Ben Hart thought about trying to go for the double play, but did not want to chance it. Thought, maybe I should probably just get the short out over at first, and sure enough, that's what he does. A little sidearm throw over to Willie Bourbon, who stretches out and grabs it.
Number 23, Jarek Bangers. Jarek works to clean up the bases. Kerber smiles, works to clean up your teeth. He's so clean. You can eat
Garrett
right
Banger will now dig in for the Kenosha Kingfish. The Bradley University product has been great this season for the Kingfish, batting .302 on the year. 52 RBIs, an unreal number. To put that 52 RBIs into perspective, Troy Johnson leads the team. Runner off from second, snap throw to third, not in time. Close play. Dan Leckie thought he had him, frustrated. A good throw from Plunkett on target. Leckie's pretty convinced over there at third that he got him. Just a 2-man crew here tonight.
10 stolen bases this year from Madej. He's the 3rd Kingfish player to reach double digits.
And Banger digs in. Gooden deals in a breaking ball that finds its way across the strike zone, and it evens it up, ball and a strike. Runner takes the lead over at third. Kenosha Kingfish lead 1-0 here already, and the 1-1 delivery comes in. It's a fastball that gets away from Plunkett, and the run's going to come across to score. 2-0 Kingfish lead. Another wild pitch from Garrett Gooden. Zach Plunkett can't put the mitt on it. And just like that, the Bullfrogs trail 2-0.
Assist you today.
So Derek Banger now with nobody on. Just an out on the board, and the Kingfish with 2 runs. 2-1 pitch. Fastball wide, and Banger gets ahead 3-1 now.
Still 1 out.
Derek Banger, the first baseman out of Bradley University, swings at the 3-1 pitch, a fly ball into right field. Troy Johnston running around out there, finally gets a read on it, gets underneath of it and registers the second out. The 5-hole hitter, Austin Barado, digs in. The right fielder has played well of recent for the Kingfish. In fact, managed a home run in the series against the Bullfrogs on the road. Barado, the left-handed hitter, digs in. Barado, the University of Florida product. First one to him, breaking ball high, 1-0. Barado batting .257 coming into the at-bat with 9 RBIs. Relative newcomer to the team, has played in about 18 games. Prado watches another one go by wide. A 2-0 count comes in from Garrett. Another fastball wide, and just like that, a 3-0 count. Prado showed what looked like was going to be a bunt, but pulled it away. 3-0. Inside for ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. The second of the game from Garrett Gooden, and Jesse Wilkening, the catcher, digs in now.
Donating $20 to the Boys and Girls to Mahone Foundation every time a Kingfish player walks at Simmons Field.
Jesse Wilkening out of Nebraska on the season, coming into the series against the Bullfrogs, batting .319 with 13 RBIs. Nebraska Cornhusker digs in. Garrett Gooden checks the runner at first and deals in the first pitch. Fastball right over Broadway, 0-1, he gets ahead. Garrett Gooden out of Georgia Tech, of course, at one point joined his teammate Andy Archer, who was on the team which seemed like some time ago now. 0-1. Check swing, it ran high, evens it up 1-1. Since then, of course, however, Andy Archer has gone on home, and Garrett Gooden, the lone Yellow Jacket left on the team. The 1-1. Runner off from first. Swung on line drive right side, base hit. Running around the bases, rounding third is the runner from first. The throw in, not in time. Kenosha Kingfish take a 3-0 lead. Runner takes off from first, an absolutely perfectly executed hit and run. Wilkening manages a line drive right where Ben Hart would have been. He runs over to second to cover the bag, and there's no one standing in the path of the line drive to the right side. The first base hit of the game to spike a 3-0 lead.
I was messing with the computer, and
Michael Sinks, the shortstop, digs in and watches one go by for a strike. 0-1. Michael Sinks out of Central Missouri, batting .231 on the year. Garrett Gooden out on the rubber, comes set, kicks the leg, the 0-1. It's a breaking ball in the dirt, and Garrett Gooden pitches all over the place here to lead things off. It's not a good start for the Frogs as they trail 3-0. Gooden this past season for Georgia Tech and appeared in just 4 1/3 innings. 7 appearances, with dealing 3 strikeouts and allowed 11 earned runs. A guy that wanted to come to the Northwoods League just to get some more innings. He started his summer out in the Coastal Plains League with the Lexington Blowfish, where he would pitch just 3 2/3 of an inning. A 1-2 count, and Garrett Gooden deals it in. It's a fastball way wide. Zach Plunkett has to hop up and block that one from getting past him. And Gooden just throwing strikes, and then all of a sudden he'll throw a pitch like that that's not even close to the zone. He's walked 2 already, and has hit the first batter he faced as well. 1 hit against him, as the Kingfish have advanced many bases on some wild pitches. 2-2 pitch runs high, full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board, a runner over at first. Sinks, the Barton Community College transfer, digs in, just finished up his sophomore campaign. Coming into the series against the Bullfrogs, had played in just 2 games. Payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Garrett Gooden leaves one stranded, but it's 3 runs that come across in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Bullfrogs trail 3-0. Stay tuned for the top of the 2nd inning. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network, 107.1 FM.
Doors locally owned and family operated and has been since 1960, specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door
I have
experts.
a good view from right field here.
With O'Connell Falls Piggly Wiggly's 2-day truckload produce sale is Thursday and Friday, August 3rd and 4th. Red seedless grapes, 99 cents a pound. Cauliflower, 99 cents a pound. Fresh sweet corn, 6 for $2. Sweet cantaloupe, $1.99 each. Whole sweet watermelon, $2.99 each, and much, much more. Quality produce while supplies last at Witt's O'Connell Falls Piggly Wiggly's annual produce sale, August 3rd and August 4th.
Action's going on! Look at the play at the plate! This is going to be close! Whack! Oh! You suck! Jesus! He's safe!
Hello and welcome back to Kenosha here, top of the second inning, about to get underway. Kenosha has a 3-0 lead over the Green Bay Bullfrogs. We have some South Division and Northwoods League baseball for you on tap here tonight. It was a 6:35 first pitch. The Bullfrogs trail 3-0. If you thought it was a 7 o'clock game, wait a moment. You're probably just joining us now. You didn't miss too much in favor of the Bullfrogs in the first inning, however. They could have put a runner over at third in Riley Smith as he nabbed himself a triple. However, he would be left over there at third when Dan Leckie struck out to end the frame. Troy Johnson, the right fielder, digs in to lead things off here in the second inning. Troy Johnson on the season, the right fielder tonight, has played pretty well for the Frogs. A guy that wasn't here on the very first game of the year, but he came in with that group.
At the bidding tables. Once again,
Of Alonzo Jones and Mikey Falia. Of course, Alonzo Jones no longer on the team due to an injury, and it just seems like that has been the story for too long for the Frogs. A lot of guys not on this team anymore due to injury. Zach Stromberg, left-handed pitcher out there on the bump, deals in the first pitch of the inning, and it's a fastball that's swung on and foul tipped into the mitt of Jesse Wilkening, and it's an 0-1 count to lead things off here. Troy Johnson, the Gonzaga freshman, this past season would bat .323, probably about 10 starts away from being a freshman All-American. Swings at the 0-1 pitch, a grounder to the first baseman. It's off of his glove, and it's into right field. Troy Johnston rounding first. He's going to go for two and get there standing up. An E3 that turns into a runner in scoring position for the Bullfrogs. David Mayberry, the designated hitter, now digs in. You might recognize the name. Played 7 games for the Bullfrogs back in the start of the year. Was on a 10-day contract for the Bullfrogs.
now batting for the Bullfrogs.
Would have his struggles, batting just 130 so for the Frogs, managing 4 hits in 7 games.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird looking.
First pitch to him is swung on and found away right side. 0-1.
Yeah. And it was like on the third bounce.
David Mayberry appearing in his first game, rocking the number 20, Alonzo Jones' old number. Actually, Alonzo Jones is up on the scoreboard as if it was him batting. Give you an idea of how good Jones was when he was here. A .311 batting average, and the first pitch that comes in after the strike is a fastball inside that clips off the toes of Mayberry, and he gets on base for the first time here tonight.
Now batting for the Bullfrogs from Northwestern. Your Miller Lite
Willie
Premium
Bourbon, the
Better.
first baseman, digs in now for the Bullfrogs. Bourbon, the left-handed hitter out of Northwestern University.
Tonight appears to be 2 for 1 to the next half inning.
Bourbon, the left-handed hitter, struggling on the season, batting just .179, but does have 17 RBIs. First pitch goes by, a fastball that finds its way in the lower outside portion, 0-1. A 3-0 lead here early for the Kenosha Kingfish, off of just 1 hit in that first frame. Bullfrogs with 2 base runners and no outs looking to respond. 0-1. Fastball wide, evens it up 1-1. Willie Bourbon, not too far from Kenosha, grew up in Riverwoods, Illinois. In fact, drove here himself so he could go home after the game. The 1-1, fastball wide, 2-1. Kenosha about a 3.5-hour bus trip from Green Bay. The Frogs staying overnight tonight. However, the Kenosha Kingfish not as lucky as they would have to travel back and forth the past 2 days. 2-1, swung on and found away left side. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Packed house here in Kenosha, a beautiful night for baseball. I don't know if you could ask for a better one. Blue skies, slight breeze, cool temperatures. As August approaches, no signs of it up here in the Midwest. Of course, a hot summer, that is. Temperatures sit around just 70 degrees, 75 degrees or so. 2-2 pitch comes in. It's a fastball wide. Full count now. Bourbon stands in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. No outs. Runners at first and second. Payoff. Finds the outside corner. Strike 3. The second strikeout of the night for Stromberg. And it's Willie Bourbon who goes down looking.
Beer pours. Get ready. Here they come.
Ben Hart, the second baseman, digs in now for the
Now batting for the Bullfrogs.
Green Bay Bullfrogs.
Second baseman, number 14, Ben Hart.
Ben Hart, the Oakland University product, on the season has played well of late, batting .273. First pitch comes in, a fastball in the dirt that Jesse Wilkening does a solid job of corralling before it gets behind him. Moves the count to 1-0. Kingfish in some interesting uniforms here tonight. They are Ninja Turtle themed. 1-0. Inside for a ball. 2-0. Ben Hart gets ahead. Green lettering on the back. It's almost looks like a graffiti-esque jersey from far away, but if you get close to it, it's got scales on it. And Donatello or whatever other Ninja Turtle on each one. They're going to be auctioned off at some point or another, I'm sure. But a 2-0 pitch comes in. It's a fastball in the dirt. 3-0 count to Ben Hart. See if he gets the green light. Stromberg deals. And it's a fastball high and a wide. Ben Hart was taking all the way. And the base is juiced now for the Frogs. Runners at first, second, and third. And they have responded from that 3-run bottom of the first inning. We'll see if they can get some runs across. Opportunities here. 2 runners in scoring position. Bases loaded. And due up for the Bullfrogs is Zach Plunkett, the catcher. Plunkett, his last time he was at this stadium, would manage a home run. Has just 3 on the season. I think you got to put his home run that he hit last time, however, in an asterisk, as it would bounce off of the warning track and leave the stadium, and the umpires thought it was a home run. Plunkett, the right-handed hitter out of Arkansas, digs in. 8 RBIs on the year. First pitch to him. Fastball that finds the inside corner, 0-1. Stromberg out on the bump. On the season is having a great year. ERA that sits at below 2. The 0-1. Another fastball. This one inside for a ball. Evens it up 1-1. 4 home runs, that is, on the season for Zach Plunkett. 3, of course, if you don't count the one that happened here in Kenosha. The 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? No, it's inside. 2-1. Plunkett on the season, batting .190 for the Bullfrogs. He's had his ups and downs this year. Not in the lineup last night. Finds himself back in it here tonight. Swings at the 2-1 pitch and fouls it up and away. Past the press box and over towards the team shop that sits just behind the stadium here. And it evens the count up. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and out on the board, runners at first, second, and third. Stromberg comes set, kicks the leg, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. 2 outs on the board. The third strikeout of the night for Zach Stromberg, who would load the bases with a walk, but responds there with the K. That'll bring up Mikey Falia. Falia's first time up in the first frame would ground out to second base. He's been at this stadium before, and not when the Bullfrogs came around the first time around. His brother Eric Falia actually played here for the Kenosha Kingfish back in his Northwoods League days. Swings at the first pitch he sees. It's a blooper into center field, and the second baseman, Carson Brashears, tracking back into the outfield grass, reaches up and makes the play for out number 3. The Bullfrogs leave 3 runners stranded,
Check on your seat to see if you're a winner of a coupon.
2 in scoring position.
Hop on over to Sandy's
And that will do it for the top of the second inning. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned. 107.1 FM.
We've heard it time and time again. You want local loan decisions and servicing, faster turnaround, and answers to your questions handled right here in Oconto. At the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've got all of those bases covered, from local loan decisions and on-time closings to great rates and fair terms. Visit me, Bob Schwartz, at the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. I've helped many people, and now I'd like to help you with your next loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Hold on. Take the blindfold off. Take the blindfold off.
Mother.
Yep. You weren't jumping over a jump rope, but that had to be some good cardio. We're working on our
hello and welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin. My name's Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. Bottom of the second inning, about to get underway. The Bullfrogs currently trail the Kenosha Kingfish 3-0. Garrett Gooden still out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. Would not have a great start to the game.
Local and national partners.
Allowed just 1 hit in that first frame. That wasn't too bad, but he would walk a few batters. 2 to be exact, and he would hit the first batter he faced as well. A couple of wild pitches, some stolen bases, and well, at the end of the first, the score was 3-0. That's what we sit at here now, and due up for the Kenosha Kingfish's Carson Brashears. Brashears, the left-handed hitter and second baseman on the season for the Kenosha Kingfish, comes into the at-bat supporting a batting average that sits around 222. Utility player watches a fastball that comes right across home plate, 0-1. Has 2 RBIs in his name. He's a newcomer to the team, has played in just 12 games. 0-1. Fastball wide, 1-1. Garrett Gooden will see if he can do any better here in the bottom of the second. The 1-1 delivery. That one got away from Gooden. A fastball way high and wide. Zach Plunkett can't even stand up to put the glove on it. Count moves to 2-1. Garrett Gooden had 2 good appearances for the Bullfrogs in relief. 2-1 pitch. Fastball wide. 3-1 now. And would have his struggles in his last start. That's what you see, that 8.30 ERA all coming from his last appearance. 3-1 pitch, another fastball high and wide, and Garrett Gooden having troubles finding the zone here. Walks another batter, the third of the game.
Walks to charity, donating $20.
Sage Roll, the third baseman, now digs in for the Kenosha Kingfish. Brule on the season for the Fish comes into the game batting just 100. And 20 at-bats, has managed 2 hits, an RBI to his name, and a couple of walks as well. Left-handed batter out of Madison College. Gooden throws back to first, and the runner over there slides back in safely.
Friendly reminder to use Otto Nelson's moving and storage.
Brule steps out of the box, takes a couple of practice swings, and stands back in. Garrett Gooden gives a glance over to the runner at first, comes set, and throws over to first again. No tag from Bourbon as Brashear slides back in safely. Brashear's on his short season as a Kingfish, and has 2 stolen bases. Runner off from first, shows bunt, throw down from Plunkett. That's way in time, out by a mile. Zach Plunkett, the catcher, one of the better defensive catchers in the league, has an absolute cannon for an arm. However, a couple of stolen bases already tonight for the Kingfish. Plunkett now 1 for 2 in trying to catch runners. The 1-0 pitch that comes into Brule is swung on and fouled back. And evens it up. A ball and a strike, and out on the board, nobody on. Sage Brule, the 9-hole hitter and third baseman, stands in. Another left-handed batter. Seems like the majority of this lineup is. First pitch that is dealt in by Gooden, high and tight, 2-1. The Madison College product of Northbrook, Illinois, stands in. The 2-1 comes into him. It's a fastball that just misses by inches, wide and low. And the count stands at 3 balls and a strike now. This past season for Madison College would bat .294 after not playing during his freshman campaign. 3-1. Fastball wide, ball 4, another walk. That Gooden allows. Make it now 4 on the night.
$20 from the Home Foundation. Every time the game is
coming into the game, Garrett Gooden with a walk to strikeout ratio of 10 walks to 4 strikeouts. Has had his struggles. And nobody warming up in the bullpen. With a runner at first and out on the board. And a 3-0 lead for the Kingfish. Connor Doyle digs in. Swings at the first pitch he sees and fouls it away right side. 0-1. Doyle of the University of San Diego, of course. That's the home of Mike Ramazzotti, who this past season was the director of baseball operations there. An 0-1 count. The delivery. Breaking ball that clips their outside portion. And he gets ahead in the count in this one, 0-2. Connor Doyle has been great for the Kingfish this season. 282 and 23 RBIs to his name. The right-handed batter stands in, and Garrett Gooden deals in the 0-2. Swing and a miss. There's a confidence builder for Garrett Gooden. 2 outs on the board now. His second strikeout of the night, after he hit Connor Doyle to lead off the game. Mike Madej, the designated hitter, digs in. His last time up was walked.
Designated hitter number 11, Mike Madej.
Mike Madej on the season batting .233, but here recently has been on fire. First pitch to him, fastball right over the plate, 0-1, and Garrett Gooden seems to be settling in a bit. Kingfish in those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle uniforms with off-white pants and royal blue socks. The 0-1 delivery. Fastball that hits the outside corner, 0-2. Painting the outside there. Zach Plunkett frames it up nice. And Garrett Gooden out there on the bump. Toes the rubber. Ahead in the count, 0-2. 2 outs on the board and a runner at first. Gives him a little glance. Stares down Madej now and comes set. The 0-2 delivery comes in. Breaking ball that runs high. Runner off from first. Throw down from Zach Plunkett. Not in time. Plunkett did not see him. Was trying to frame up the pitch, and the runner took off before he could realize it. His throw bounces in front of the second base bag. Riley Smith can't put the glove on it. If Riley Smith can field that ball cleanly, he might have gotten the tag down in time. He doesn't, and instead it's a runner in scoring position now in Sage Brule. The 1-2, fastball wide, and after getting ahead 0-2, evens it up 2-2 now. 2 outs on the board, runner at second.
Because that was like such a bad job. That was a really bad job. We do that at Trent.
Mike Madej, the Purdue University product, stands in the 2-2 pitch. Snap throw to second. They got him between the bags, but Riley Smith can't put the glove on it. It comes across for a strike, however, so it'll actually be a strikeout. It's a late call from the home umpire. Everyone was looking at the play between the second and third base bag because Zach Plunkett's throw to Riley Smith would have had the runner between the bases. But it comes across for a strike, out number 3, and instead of an 8-2 and a runner at third, it'll be the third strikeout of the night for Garrett Gooden and a runner left on base. That will do it for the second inning. Stay tuned for the third. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network, 107.1 FM.
Do you feel like you're paying too much for your medication? Stop in at O'Connell Pharmacy and see our pharmacist, Ron Poom, about our cost minimization program. We can save you some money. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get your results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today. 715-735-0583.
Table in the main courtyard. One of several prizes.
Hello and welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin, here at Simmons Field. My name's Will Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, about to get underway with the top of the third inning. Due out for the Bullfrogs is the 2-hole hitter, Connor Bigniski. Bigniski in just his 4th game in a Bullfrogs uniform.
Number 9, Connor Bigniski.
Has played well in his short tenure. First pitch to him is a fastball that clips her outside corner, 0-1. Left-handed hitter out of State College of Florida from Swamico, Wisconsin. Awaits the Zach Stromberg pitch, who rocks back, kicks the leg, and sends in the 0-1. It's swung on, ground ball right side, foul. That could have been trouble. First baseman Darren Bangert couldn't put a glove on it. Inches from staying fair. If it does, that could have been a 2-bagger, maybe even 3. Instead, it's an 0-2 count.
I thought that was fair.
Bigniski, of course, on the season for the Bullfrogs, just 3 hits in his 3 games. Managed a multi-hit game a couple of nights ago in the first game of the series against the Kingfish. 0-2. Wide for a ball, 1-2 now. And last night would come around to score a couple of times for the Bullfrogs. Zach Stromberg sends in the 1-2. It's swung on and fouled away left side. Count remains. Played for the Rhinos Legion Ball in the Green Bay area, if you're a local tuning in. They're real excited for him to be playing for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Of course, he said it's a team that he'd heard of growing up. 1-2. Swung on, fly ball into left field. Tracking back is Jack Yalowitz. and about 10 yards in front of the warning track, raises the glove and records out number 1. Riley Smith will dig in. The shortstop, his last time up, managed the triple. His first triple of the season for the Frogs. In fact, coming into the game for the Bullfrogs, in 27 games played, 29 hits, had not recorded 1 extra base hit. He swings at the first pitch he sees. It's a slicing little blooper towards the right side. Derek Bingert, the first baseman, takes a few steps to his right and makes out number 2 look easy. And just like that, 2 up, 2 down, and Dan Leckie, the third baseman, digs in.
Now batting for the Bullfrogs, third baseman number 40, Dan Leckie.
Dan Leckie, his last time up, would go down swinging. One of 3 victims tonight of Zach Stromberg. He's allowed just 1 hit tonight. First pitch he deals, a fastball right over Broadway, 0-1. Dan Leckie has played in just about 12 games for the Frogs, registering 10 RBIs in those. He's been a nice addition to the squad. 2 home runs as well. 0-1 pitch. That one swung on and missed, 0-2. You can get a home run out of this stadium if you're a right-handed batter quite easily. Just 314 down the left field line, that is. And there's a wall out there in left field that's just about 4 feet high. Swings at the 0-2 pitch. It's a ground ball to second. Scoops it up on the second bounce. A sidearm throw to first. And Brashears records out number 3 there. That'll do it for the top of the third inning. The Bullfrogs trail the Kenosha Kingfish 3-0.
Cranberry Crew is coming out with Nolan.
Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network, 107.1 FM.
Frozen pizza that you're eating at home tired and worn out, it just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matzo pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matzo pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brew Pub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brew Pub Pizza. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
American Inn Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American Inn hospitality.
Outfielder number 25, Jack Allen.
Hello and welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin. Here, bottom of the third inning, about to get underway. Garrett Gooden still out on the bump for the Bullfrogs. So far on the night, has dished in 3 strikeouts. Due up for the Kingfish, Jack Yalowitz, the left fielder. First pitch to him, a breaking ball that hits the outside corner. 0-1. Of course, the last time Garrett Gooden out on the bump ended things off with a strikeout that kind of had the entire stadium here scratching their head. 0-1 pitch, a fastball high, 1-1. It was a delivery that came in and a delayed strike 3 call from the umpire. 1-1. Fastball wide that hits the corner, 1-2. Zach Plunkett thought that it was a ball himself as he popped up and threw down to second. 1-2, swung on. Ground ball right side. It might go foul, but instead Garrett Gooden will pick it up in fair territory. An underhand toss to Willie Bourbon beats out the runner Yalowitz by a couple of steps, who kind of had to change his base path as Gooden had tracked into the area to pick up the ball for out number 1. Solid play by Gooden there. That's going to go foul if he doesn't run over and scoop that up. So with 1 away, Derek Bingert, the Bradley University stud, stands in. First pitch to him, fastball right over the plate, 0-1. Bingert in last night's game would manage A base hit going 1 for 3. Worked a walk and a hit by pitch last night as well. The 0-1 pitch comes inside and low, evens it up. Ball and a strike. Now on the board. Nobody on. The 1-1. Fastball that just runs a bit low. 2-1 count now. Here in front of a packed Kenosha crowd, as you can imagine, Friday night, cool temperatures, sunny skies. Why would you not come out? Here in southern Wisconsin. Not too far from the Illinois border whatsoever. 2-1. Fastball that clips the outside corner. It evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. In fact, the hotel that the team is staying at is actually in Illinois. To give you an idea of just how close we are to the Illini State. 2-2. Breaking ball that runs low. And it's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Outs on the board. Nobody on. Bottom of the 3rd inning, the Bullfrogs trail 3-0. All 3 of the Kingfish runs coming back in the first frame. Bingert stands in the payoff pitch. That one runs low for ball 4, and you almost stare down the home plate umpire to see if he's going to have another delayed strike 3 call there, as that one was close. Instead, it's low for a ball, and now runner over at first, as Garrett Gooden has now walked 5 batters.
Right fielder number 19, Austin.
So Austin Barado will dig in, the right fielder. His last time up would work the walk. Check swing, but he makes contact. Dan Leckie has it on the infield grass. A throw to first is in time, and out number 2 is recorded. Austin Barado wasting no time. Didn't want to take a cut at it, but when he was kind of in the motion of pulling his bat back, actually, it hits it. Ricochets into the infield grass. It had enough power on it, in fact, to get it all the way over towards the third baseman, Dan Leckie, who picked it up and threw it over to first in time. And now with 2 outs on the board, there's a runner over at second, and Derek Bingert, who is able to move over. Jesse Wilkening digs in. The catcher, his last time up, managed a single. First pitch to him, a fastball that's over his head. He has to duck away from it. And he gets ahead in the count to start things off 1-0. His single, the lone base hit for the Kingfish all night, despite the fact that they've managed 3 runs. 1-0. Swung on and fouled away right side. 1-1. A neat stadium here in Kenosha. There's some playpens area that sit past the first base side, and some really nice grandstand as well as walkways here in the stadium that kind of really open it up. Large concession stand area. The 1-1 pitch runs inside for a ball. 2-1 now on both the left and right side. And a lot of club seating as well. Very spacious park, I think is the right way to put it. 2-1 pitch runs wide, and a 3-1 count. Now Wilkening gets ahead with 2 outs on the board and a runner at second. Wilkening with 13 RBIs on the year and a .329 batting average. Has been hot. Garrett Gooden trying to get out of the side. Kicks the leg and sends in the 3-1. It runs inside for a ball, and to make it 6 walks now tonight.
That's 6 walks.
Gooden having his struggles finding the zone. I mean, we've seen him in that last inning when he starts to kind of get into the zone, starts to paint the outside corner. He looks good up there. But he's having a tough time finding his way into the strike zone, and it continues. A fastball that's way high, eye level of Michael Sinks. And it's a 1-0 count. Garrett Gooden checks the runner at second. 1-0. Swung on, ground ball to Riley Smith at short. Throw to second in time. They get the force out there. It's a 6-4 out that ends the 3rd frame. Bullfrogs leave 2 runners stranded. That'll do it for the 3rd. Stay tuned for the 4th. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network, 107.1 FM.
Frank.
It's time of the year to update your ride. NEW Credit Union's Super Summer Loan Sale. From July 10th to 28th, get super low rates as low as 2.49% annual percentage rate.
To jumpstart the big event, from July 10th to the 16th, you can find your perfect car, truck, or SUV from a selection brought in by trusted local dealers right to our credit union offices in O'Connell Falls, Oconto, and Surrey. Compare them side by side. Or you can also visit a participating dealer and see their expanded selection.
Call NEW Credit Union for details at 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Get up to 100% financing during the Super Summer Loan Sale.
Borrower must meet NEW Credit Union membership eligibility and creditworthy requirements. All loans subject to approval. Example of repayment would be a monthly payment of about $17.75 per $1,000 borrowed for 60 months. Federally insured by the NCUA. Super Summer Loan Sale at NEW Credit Union. Get ready to own it!
Service quality and dependability are the cornerstone to success. And the people out there, building blocks.
Hello and welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin, here at Simmons Field. Top of the fourth inning, about to get underway. Jack Stromberg out on the bump for the Kenosha Kingfish, dealing in a pretty good game. Has allowed just one hit tonight and has dealt in 3 scoreless frames. The only batter to get a hit off of him is Riley Smith, and it was just a little blooper out in the right field. It would actually be a 3-bagger as the right fielder Austin Barado took his time getting over there. And Riley Smith using his speed to get over there. Due up for the Bullfrogs here in the third frame will be Troy Johnston. Troy Johnston appearing in his third appearance now so far on the night, or rather second plate appearance. His last time up would get on base due to an error on the first baseman Banger.
Number 2, Troy Johnston.
Troy Johnston, the right fielder. Left-handed hitter out of Gonzaga, digs in. Would have an absolute great year this past season for the Bulldogs, batting .323. Here in the Northwoods League, playing pretty well also. .272 with 29 RBIs this season. That leads the team. Watches the first one go by for a ball wide and a 1-0 count. Zach Stromberg kicks the leg and sends it in. It's swung on, a fly ball into shallow right field. Running forward is Austin Barado, who's staring into the sun, who makes out number 1. David Mayberry, the designated hitter, now digs in for the Bullfrogs. Right-handed hitter out of Daytona State College. Would come all the way here from Florida to play for these last 15 games for the Bullfrogs. Right-handed batter stands in, swings at the first pitch he sees, line driving to right field. It's a base hit. Barado diving out, but he can't make the play. Mayberry rounding first. He's going to go for 2. He's going to turn second and go for 3. The throw, not in time. David Mayberry comes in standing up. The second triple of the game for the Bullfrogs. Welcome back to the Northwoods League, David. Hasn't played for the Bullfrogs since back in early June, when he was on the team, registered just 4 hits in 7 games, but manages a base hit here tonight, a triple, after getting hit by a pitch back in the second. Willie Bourbon now digs in and out on the board. He would go down looking his last time up. First pitch to him, a breaking ball that runs inside, 1-0. One out. Inside, gets away from the catcher. Mayberry off from third. He's going to come across to score, and the Bullfrogs have their first run of the game, 3-1, now within 2. It's a breaking ball that gets away from the catcher, Jesse Wilkening, who scrambles back to the backstop to try to get to it, but no throw at the plate, no play at the plate for that matter, as Mayberry comes across to score. And it relieves a little pressure off of Willie Bourbon, who has a 1-0 count to him. Bourbon with 2 homers on the season and 17 RBIs watches the 1-0 run wide, 2-0. Bourbon last night for the Bullfrogs would go 1 for 3 with an RBI. 2-0 pitch. That one clips outside corner. A fastball there from Stromberg. 2-1. Zach Stromberg out there on the bump for the Kingfish. Works relatively fast. Once the batter digs in, he's dealing into you. 2-1. That one finds the zone, 2-2. Willie Bourbon was on his way to first. Scoreboard says 2-2. Scorecard has 2-2, but Willie Bourbon must have thought that it was a 3-1 count there. We'll see what he does if a ball comes in. That would be quite embarrassing if he goes off over there. Swing and a miss, won't matter. Goes down swinging, and that will do it.
Here's a 2-for-1 to the next half inning.
Or rather, my apologies. Willie Bourbon miscounting the balls there. I'm miscounting how many outs are on the board. Willie Bourbon goes down swinging for the second time tonight, and the home fans love it. The beer batter here tonight, as they all leave their seats to go grab some half-price beer, and Ben Hart digs in. First pitch to him, swung gone, chopper to the shortstop, sinks. The throw to first in time beats out Ben Hart by a couple of steps and retires the side. The Bullfrogs get a run across off of a triple from David Mayberry. Scores on a pass ball, and the Bullfrogs within 2 now, 3-1. Stay tuned, you're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network, 107.1 FM.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
Attention pizza lovers, have you tried a Brewpub pizza? Designed to be the best of the best pub pizzas ever made, every Brewpub Lots of Matza pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies and topped with over a half pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas are made right here in Wisconsin. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas are available at your local grocer and tavern. Check Brewpub Pizzas out at facebook.com/brewpubpizza and get more details at brewpubpizza.com. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas, official frozen pizza of the Green Bay Bullfrogs.
Hello and welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin, here in southern Wisconsin. My name is Will Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, and welcome back. The Bullfrogs put a run across in the top of the fourth frame. David Mayberry, in his first game back from a temporary contract, manages himself a triple. Would come around to score on a wild pitch, and the Bullfrogs trail 3-1. Due up for the Kenosha Kingfish here in the bottom of the fourth frame will be Carson Brashears, the second baseman. Last time up would work the walk, but then would be caught stealing. First pitch in is a breaking ball that just runs inside. Thought that one might have clipped the inside black. Brashears on the season, batting .222. The 1-0, swung on, fly ball to center. Tracking back is Mikey Falia, staring into the sun, raises the glove, and records out number 1. So a fly out to center will bring up the 9-hole hitter, Sage Brule. Brule, the third baseman, his last time up, would work the walk and steal second before being stranded there.
Now batting for the Kingfish. Third baseman number 50, Sage Brule.
Brule digs in, the left-handed batter out of Madison College, and watches a breaking ball run wide, 1-0. Madison College product, batting just 100 on the year, has managed just 2 hits. Left-handed batter stands back in, a 2-0 count to him. Gooden kicks the leg and sends it in. That's a fastball right over Broadway. 2-1 count. Outs on the board. Nobody on. Bottom of the 4th inning here on a nice night in Kenosha. Packed house, as you can imagine, on Friday. Season coming down to a wind. 2-1. Or winding down, I guess, would be the same. 2-1 pitch is a fastball that runs wide into the opposite batter's box. Hitters count now, 3-1. Garrett Gooden kicks the leg and sends it in. Swing and a miss. Full count. Some great fans here in Kenosha, towards the top of the league when it comes to attendance. Green Bay Bullfrogs haven't done all too bad themselves. 3-2 pitch, so 1 gone and missed. And after having some struggles finding the zone tonight, Garrett Gooden retiring the first 2 batters he sees here in the bottom of the 4th.
Congratulations, Ruby Becker. Now batting for the Kingfish.
His 4th strikeout of the night.
Center fielder number 12.
And we're back up to the top of the lineup as Connor Doyle, the center fielder, will dig in. He was one of the 3, or rather 4 victims of Garrett Gooden tonight. Watches a fastball go by for a strike, 0-1. Doyle didn't think that one was in the zone, gave a look to the umpire. 0-1. Misses. 1-1. Zach Plunkett behind the plate tonight, calling the signs for the Frogs. Of course, last night Trent Bauer was the starting catcher. 1-1. Runs low in the dirt, 2-1. Would have his struggles defensively, and which even more so built that storyline even better for Bauer. Had a couple of throwing errors, let some balls get past him. Runs would come across because of them as well. 2-1. Wide for a ball, 3-1 count. Was struggling at the plate all season, just a hit to his name. Batting below .050, and he's the guy that gets the walk-off winner. However, tonight, Zach Plunkett behind home plate. And it's a 3-1 count with nobody on. 2 outs. The delivery. Swung on, a fly ball into left center field. Tracking back is Bigneski. Underneath of it, out number 3. Garrett Gooden puts him down in order. That'll do it for the 4th frame. Stay tuned for the 5th. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network, 107.1 FM.
Bubble balls.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960. Specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts. American Inn Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Hello and welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin. My name's Illinois, voice of the Bullfrogs. Top of the 5th frame, about to get underway. Just as a reminder, you can follow us on Twitter for what is normally binding updates. However, kind of behind on things tonight, just coming to the realization to all of you active followers on Twitter. My apologies for that. We'll have to start doing that for you right now
30th jersey of the game.
But you haven't missed much besides for the first frame. That's where the Kenosha Kingfish would put 3 runs across against the Bullfrogs off of just 1 hit. The Bullfrogs, they would put a run across themselves here this last frame, a triple from David Mayberry, and would score on a wild pitch. Zach Stromberg out on the mound for the Kenosha Kingfish has allowed just 2 hits tonight and has dealt in a grand total of 4 strikeouts. Due up for the Bullfrogs is Zach Plunkett, the catcher out of the University of Arkansas.
Also getting that dirty jersey. Martinez Domestic Dry Cleaner is the official dry cleaner of the Kenosha Kingfish.
Zach Plunkett, 4 home runs on the season, has managed one here in Kenosha. Batting around 190, a bit better than, say, what he was doing for the majority of the season when he would bat around just 120. First pitch to him, a fastball that hits the inside corner, 0-1. Would be named the Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine Player of the Game this past week in a game against the Kalamazoo Growlers, where he would have a multi-hit day, including a home run. 0-1. A fastball high and inside, 1-1. Zach Plunkett, I mean, he's got the power for the long ball. If you watch him take batting practice, it's a spectacle. Absolutely launches balls. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Is this what that's going to do to you?
We're here in the top of the 5th inning. There's no outs on the board. There's nobody on, and the Bullfrogs trail 3-1. The 1-2. Swung on and fouled away right side into the trees that line the stadium here. An interesting ballpark location-wise. It's right on the street, almost as if it's like a sideshow, per se. There's not much parking that you can see from the street. 1-2. Runs wide. 2-2. It's kind of behind the stadium. So if you're driving on the highway that borders the stadium here, you can see the field quite easily. And there's a railroad that sits on the right side of the park as well. An active one. It's a passenger railroad where you'll see passenger trains go from right to left field and left to right field. It's a full count after Zach Plunkett fouls a couple away and watches a few go away. Payoff. Swung on. It's a blooper into right field. Running forward is Austin Barado and makes the grab on the run. So 1 away, and we're back up to the top of the lineup.
Jason, you have won a prize from McLean. Stop by their table and pick up your prize.
Zach Plunkett 0 for 2 on the night now after striking out in the 2nd inning, and that'll bring up Mikey Falia.
Stop by and pick up your prize. Now batting for the Bullfrogs.
Mikey Falia 0 for 2 on the night. His last time up would fly out to the infielder. First pitch he sees is inside for a ball, 1-0.
This batter for them. Both times he's been introduced, they've been people caring for him because his man was here.
Falia, the best batter on the team, batting .298 on the season with 12 RBIs. 1-0. Swung on. Ground ball to second. Michael Seek grabs it there. Throw to first in time. Rather, ground ball to short. My apologies. Left side. Picks it up on the second bounce. A throw across the field. And out number 2 recorded. Connor Bigneski, the left fielder, digs in now. He's 0 for 2 tonight. The utility guy. Playing left field and has played well here in just 4 games for the Bullfrogs. But he's going to be used as a second baseman and shortstop as well. First pitch into Connor Bigneski is a fastball wide that just clips the corner 0-1.
Just nuts. Just nuts. Eric, where's Modesto? You know? California? Modesto nuts.
Yeah. They're just logo just not.
0-1 pitch. That one hits the outside corner. 0-2. Connor Bigneski out of the State College of Florida, where this past season he would bat .231. Or that is not true. Would not play this past season.
Wow. That was right into his glove.
He would redshirt this past year, but has registered 3 hits in 3 games for the Bullfrogs. An 0-2 count here, 2 outs on the board. The delivery, so 1 gone and missed, strike 3. Begnesi goes down swinging and is 0 for 3 on the night. The Bullfrogs, they go down 1-2-3, and that'll do it for the top of the 5th inning. Stay tuned for the bottom half. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network, 107.1 FM.
It's time for the season.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation, flex agreement, and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Hello and welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin. My name is the Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. Bottom of the 5th inning, about to get underway. The Bullfrogs currently trail the Kenosha Kingfish 3-1. It's a bit of a pitcher's duel, as the Kenosha Kingfish can't seem to figure out Garrett Gooden out on the bump. 3 runs have come across, but they've managed just 1 hit. That single hit for the Kingfish coming back in the 1st inning. And as they would put runners across because of some hit by pitches, some walks, and some wild pitches. Mike Woday will look to try to change things. He digs in. Left-handed hitter watches a fastball run high and wide, 1-0. Monet is on fire here recently for the Kingfish, but on the season, not so much, batting just .233. He swings at the 1-0 pitch and misses, 1-1. Garrett Gooden at 75 pitches on the night for the Bullfrogs. We'll see if he can stick around for another frame. 1-1. Runs wide, but just clips to the corner, 1-2. Gooden, he's walked a grand total of 6 batters and has hit 1 as well. Has had his troubles up there. Worked a 1-2-3 inning in the 4th, however. The 1-2 swung on and fouled back. Has dealt in 4 strikeouts tonight as well. Hasn't really pitched all that bad when it comes to finding the zone, and, well, that's not what I wanted to say. He's struggled to find the zone, but then all of a sudden it's like something clicks, and it looks great. Next thing you know, the next batter he will walk them. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and fouled back. The 1-2. Breaking ball that just runs high. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
That was just a slow break. You got a really slow breaking ball. And that looked like it fell on right below his waist. I like defense pitches.
2-2. Fastball that swung on and fouled back just out of the glove of Zach Plunkett. Mike Benet with 26 RBIs on the year, 4 long balls. Left-handed batter out of Purdue. On the night is 0 for 1. Out his last time up. 2-2 pitch, runs inside for a ball. Full count now after Garrett Gooden on the bump managed to get ahead 1-2.
It's over $1,300. Make sure you get a 50-50 raffle ticket.
2-2. Swung on and fouled back.
50-50 raffle. Go to Jockey Being Family Foundation.
He has now fouled off 5 pitches.
Stay together forever. Once again, the pot is over $1,300.
2-2 finds the outside corner, a backwards K. The second strikeout of the night from Mike Madej, and Jack Yalowitz will dig in now. Yalowitz 0 for 2 tonight with an RBI. Would hit into a ground out in the first frame that would score Connor Doyle. Left-handed hitter batting .282 on the season with 11 RBIs. The Illinois product stands in, and Garrett Gooden out on the bump, kicks the leg and sends in the first pitch of the at-bat. It's a fastball that hits the outside corner, and he gets ahead to start things off for the second straight time, 0-1. Wasting no time, sends it in. A breaking ball this time that just misses the zone wide. Nice pitch from Garrett Gooden. I mean, that thing goes way down there.
If he gets it to fall in for a strike, because we just
and the count sits at 1-1 now. Fastball high and wide, and gets behind 2-1. Jack Yalowitz out of Illinois was a first-team All-Big Ten selection this past season for his .335 here. 2-1, swung on and missed. Gooden deals in a fastball that's wide. Yalowitz chases it and evens it up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gooden rocks back, kicks the leg, the 2-2. It's swung on and fouled back to stay alive. And there's an out on the board here. There's nobody on. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning in front of a crowded Kenosha crowd. Gooden kicks the leg and sends in the 2-2. Fastball high, full count. The Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket out on the bump, kind of in a zone, sends in the payoff. Swung on, line drive right field. That's going to find its way into the corner. Base hit for Yalowitz. He's rounding first. He's going to go for 2 and get there standing up easily. Just the second hit of the night for the Kenosha Kingfish. And he comes with an out on the board in the bottom of the 5th. The first hit of the night for Jack Yalowitz, now 1 for 3 with an RBI. Grabs a 2-bagger here in the 5th frame, and Derek Bengert, the cleanup hitter, digs in. Bengert 0 for 1 tonight, would fly out to right field back in the first frame, but would be walked in the 3rd. A frozen rope line drive down the right field side. Troy Johnson has no shot on it. Finds its way into the corner, rolls to the wall, and it's a stand-up double. Bengert, the Bradley University product, stands in. A right-handed hitter is having an unreal year, 52 RBIs. Every single time I see that number, I think it's a typo. First pitch to him, fastball high and tight, 1-0. Benny 302, 10 home runs. The guy has been phenomenal. Coming off a year with Bradley University where he would bat .270. 1-0, swung on, line drive to center. Mikey Falia running forward, makes the play on the run for out number 2. Good play from Mikey Falia here in what almost seems like a hometown crowd for him. His family has traveled all the way out from Irvine, California to watch him play. Of course, familiar with the folks of Kenosha, their oldest son, Eric Falia, played here in Kenosha, and so the host family that Mikey Falia is already close with, of course, comes here to watch him play. The first pitch that Austin Barado sees is a fly ball into left field, and left fielder Connor Begneski underneath of it makes the easy can of corn grab for out number 3. So that will do it for the 5th frame. The Bullfrogs leave a runner stranded. That'll do it for the 5th inning. Stay tuned for the 6th. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network, 107.1 FM.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin, every Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brew Pub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza right now from the concession stand, or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
Did you know that we here at the O'Connell Pharmacy would mail your prescriptions to you? At the O'Connell Pharmacy, we would like to make things easy for you. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
Hello and welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. Sixth inning about to get underway. 3-1, Kingfish lead. Both teams with 2 hits on the night. Riley Smith, he stands on due up for the Bullfrogs, and Smith, well, he's the guy that led things off in the first inning with the hit for the Frogs.
Higher standards.
A triple back in the first frame. Wood ground out to first his last time up. Smith, a right-handed hitter out of Minnesota University. Seemed like a newcomer for a lot of this season, but at this point, not so much, almost more as a veteran, as the Bullfrogs have just seen so many guys come and leave, and the injury bug in full effect in Green Bay. Just 11 positional players, one of them injured currently, so just one substitute, and it's the bullpen catcher. Riley Smith, right-handed batter, digs in, and Zach Stromberg deals in a fastball that runs low, 1-0. Riley Smith batting .266 on the year with 12 RBIs.
Let's welcome the final inning.
In his 29 hits, had not managed a multi-bagger, but a triple here tonight. 1-0. Swung on, a blooper into shallow center. Connor Doyle running forward, gets underneath of it, and grabs it for out number 1.
Nice guy. I'd like to welcome Drew Coe.
Due up now for the Bullfrogs is Dan Leckie, the third baseman. Leckie on the afternoon is 0 for 2, with strikeout in the first and ground out to second his last time up. Bullfrogs having a tough time figuring out Zach Stromberg. Left-handed hurler has dealt tonight, allowing just 2 hits in 5 frames. First pitch in from Stromberg. Fastball that runs inside. 1-0. Leckie batting .216 on his short season with the Bullfrogs. Has played in just about 12 games. Zach Stromberg comes set, kicks the leg, the 1-0. Fastball wide, 2-0 count now. 10 RBIs on the season for Dan Leckie.
Elevator.
Managed 4 RBIs in 1 at-bat, a grand slam in just his 3rd game. 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
I'd like to welcome the Kenosha Academy.
Dan Leckie, a guy that struggles to make contact at times, but man, when he does, it is something to watch. Even when he fouls it away, he can launch some balls. Bat flies off the bat. 2-1. Swung on, ground ball left side. 2-2. Dan Leckie out of Lafayette College, which is in the Patriot League, a Division I school in a Division I conference, home to schools such as America University, George Mason University, and schools alike. 2-2 pitch comes in from Stromberg. It's swung on and found away right side into the parking lot that borders the stadium here.
Randy and Mary. Mega.
Dan Leckie digs in. Zach Stromberg kicks a leg and sends in the 2-2. It's swung on, a blooper into shallow left center field. Running forward is left fielder Jack Yelowitz, who makes the grab on the jog for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up Troy Johnston, the right fielder. Johnston on the night 0 for 2 would get on base back in the second inning off of an E3.
Right fielder number 2, Troy Johnston.
Johnston, a left-handed hitter, supports the Gonzaga batting gloves and a white batting sleeve on the left arm. No shin guard or Evo shield. First pitch to him, a fastball that runs inside. 1-0. Troy Johnston on the season, 3 home runs for the Frogs. Has the ability to go long. 1-0. Swung on, line drive right center field. Base hit for Troy Johnston, just the 3rd of the game for the Bullfrogs. Frozen rope that Connor Doyle can't get to in time.
Designated hitter number 20.
And it brings up David Mayberry. Mayberry, of course, nailing a triple his last time up. A line drive that got all the way into the corner. And Mayberry, by no means the fastest batter on the team, but has been successful. Mayberry stands in. The pitch swung on and fouled back.
If you're looking to move someone, it'd be Malia and Tony up here.
So no 1 count.
Not able to get their parachutes down. Come on, we've been doing this all season.
2 outs on the board and a runner at first. Zach Stromberg deals in the 0-1. Fastball high and wide. Evens the count up, a ball and a strike. David Mayberry out of Daytona State College. Same conference as the school that Bigneski goes to. The 1-1 pitch is swung on, a fly ball into right field. Austin Barado on the run, raises the glove and grabs it for out number 3. That'll do it here for the top of the 6th inning. Stay tuned for the bottom half. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation Flex Agreement and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Hello and welcome back to Kenosha. Bottom of the 6th inning, about to get underway. The Bullfrogs trail 3-1. 2 hits tonight for the Kenosha Kingfish, 3 for the Bullfrogs. It's been a pitcher's duel, but it hasn't been the prettiest pitching by any means. The Bullfrogs, at least for that matter, as Garrett Gooden walked quite the many batters tonight. Garrett Gooding, on his time out on the bump, would walk 6 batters and hit 1 in 5 innings of work, allowed 2 hits, 3 earned runs, and threw 5 strikeouts. And his night comes to a close. Nick Parr now out on the mound for the Bullfrogs.
Now pitching for the Bullfrogs.
Nick Parr on the season for the Frogs. Coming into this inning, supports 29 earned runs on the year and 34 innings of work, has had his struggles. 35 strikeouts to 21 walks. Nick Parr, the Oakland University product out there on the bump, right-handed hurler. Due up for the Kenosha Kingfish is right-handed hitter number 16, Jesse Wilkeny.
Jesse Wilkeny.
We're here in the bottom of the 6th frame. A 3-1 score in favor of the Kingfish. Nick Parr deals in the first pitch. Fastball swung on, fouled away right side. 0-1.
Kingfish hit a home run this inning. Jim of Granahan will win a $100 gift card redeemable at Woodman's Food Market. Register for your chance to win at the Kenosha Woodman's Food Market off Highway 50.
Nick Parr kicks the leg. The 0-1 pitch is swung on, line driving to right field, base hit. Just the 3rd of the game for the Kingfish. They would manage just 2 hits in 5 innings against Garrett Gooden, but the first batter that Nick Parr faces off against sends him into right field for a single. So Jesse Wilkeny now on base over at first after the single, and Michael Sinks, the shortstop, will dig in. Michael Sinks on the night 0 for 2 with strikeout in the first and ground out to short his last time up. Shows bunt but pulls it away. Doesn't matter. Fastball that clips the outside corner. 0-1. Sinks batting .231 on the season with 4 RBIs.
There's no sense of giving away an out because you still need a base hit. Sinks is just as capable of getting one as anybody else.
The Central Missouri product stands in, and Nick Parr of Oakland deals it in. Sinks shows bunt but pulls it away. It found the zone, so Nick Sinks goes down the count 0-2. Shows bunt on both of those pitches that come in, but pulls it away. Nick Parr comes set, throws back to first, runner back safely. Parsons in the 0-2 pitch. It's a fastball that is swung on and fouled back. 0-2. Day has turned into dusk here, lights on. However, it does seem kind of dark here in the stadium. Gotta get those lights to warm up. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away right side. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Just 3 hits tonight for the Kenosha Kingfish, 2 for the Bullfrogs. It's been a pitcher's deal. Zach Stromberg has absolutely dealt for the Kingfish tonight. 0-2 pitch runs inside, 1-2. He's currently sitting around 80 pitchers or so wouldn't be surprised if he comes back in for the 7th inning as well. In fact, he likely will. I don't see anyone warming up in the bullpen.
At the bidding tables.
The 1-2. Swung on, fly ball into center. Mikey Falia running to his right, gets underneath of it, and it makes the grab for out number 1. Carson Brashears, the second baseman, on the night is 0 for 1, would fly out to center field his last time up. Would work the walk back in the 2nd inning. Left-handed hitter. Stands in, and Nick Parr out on the bump, comes set. Kicks the leg, the first pitch. Swung on, line drive to second. Ben Hart drops it there, and they nearly forced it. That was a double play, was it not? It was a line drive to second base. Ben Hart puts his glove close to the ground. Makes a snow cone grab, you could say, I guess, as the force out is made there. They throw it over to first, thinking that it could be a double play, but it's not. Ben Hart, after making the grab, underhand tossed it to Riley Smith at shortstop to try to see if they couldn't try to fool the umpire there to turn 2, but instead it's 2 outs on the board and Sage Brule digs in. Watches one go by for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch comes in, and it's inside, 2-0. Nick Parr out on the bump, not a bad start 2 outs and allowed a single as Brashears lines out to second. The 9-hole hitter in Brule on the afternoon is 0 for 1, which striked out his last at-bat. 2-0 pitch, fastball that hits the outside corner, 2-1. Bullfrogs come into the game on a 1-game winning streak. Of course, would win last night's game. Prior to that, however, 2-1 pitch comes in and is swung on and fouled away. 2-2. They were on an 8-game losing streak, the longest in franchise history, where they were just really struggling. A losing streak that would last longer than a week, it seemed. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Nick Parr leaves one stranded and grabs his first strikeout. That does it for the 6th. Stay tuned for the 7th inning. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network, 107.1 FM.
It's the best time of the year to update your ride. NEW Credit Union's Super Summer Loan Sale. From July 10th to 28th, get super low rates as low as 2.49% annual percentage rate.
To jumpstart the big event, from July 10th to the 16th, you can find your perfect car, truck, or SUV from a selection brought in by trusted local dealers right to our credit union offices in O'Connell Falls, Oconto, and Surrey. Compare them side by side. Or you can also visit a participating dealer and see their expanded selection.
Call NEW Credit Union for details at 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Get up to 100% financing during the Super Summer Loan Sale.
Borrower must meet NEW Credit Union membership eligibility and creditworthy requirements. All loans subject to approval. Example of repayment would be a monthly payment of about $17.75 per $1,000 borrowed for 60 months. Federally insured by the NCUA. Super Summer Loan Sale at NEW Credit Union. Get ready to own it!
Hello and welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin. My name's Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. Zach Stromberg still out there on the mound. The left-handed pitcher out of Boston College is having an absolute great game.
Wow. Thanks for being a gentleman about that. Last question. Who is Nick?
So far on the afternoon, Stromberg has dealt in 5 strikeouts, allowed just 3 hits and 1 walk. 1 earned run as David Mayberry would manage a triple for the Bullfrogs back in the
That's absolutely correct.
4th inning, and then would score off of a wild pitch.
Jesus. The Cranberry Crew wore it tonight in this promotion. If you see a member of the Oceansbury Cranberry
Top of the
Crew,
7th inning, about to get underway. Due up for the Bullfrogs will be Willie Bourbon.
Now batting 82 pitches for the Bullfrogs.
Willie Bourbon, left-handed hitter out of
First baseman number 6, Willie Bourbon. Willie strikes out Beers and be 2
Northwestern University. Digs in, left-handed hitter. This past season would struggle for Northwestern, batting around just 150 after a freshman year where he would bat 299 for the Wildcats. First pitch from Stromberg, a fastball that hits the outside corner, 1-0. About the 8:30 hour here in Kenosha, and still a great crowd. And it showed up bright and early, or not bright and early, but before the gates even opened. I'm lined outside the stadium here before things got underway. The 1-0 comes in, it's swung on and fouled away left side, 1-1. In fact, a couple of fans came over to the dugout and got some autographs from Chris Sabo. Not every day you have a 3-time All-Star come into your home stadium. Chris Sabo more than happy to sign the autographs for them. Did give him a hard time at first, as he always does, but he'll do it for you. 2-1. Swung on. Line drive right center field. Running over to his left is Connor Doyle, and he grabs that one for the first out.
Now batting for the Bullfrogs. Second baseman number 14, Ben Hart.
Zach Stromberg throwing strikes here. The Bullfrogs just can't seem to find the gaps. This past inning, all 3 outs, lineouts or flyouts to outfielders. And the same storyline here in the 7th. The 8-hole hitter, Ben Hart, digs in. The second baseman 0 for 1 on the night. Watches a fastball run wide, 1-0. Ben Hart of Oakland University batting .273 on the year with 17 RBIs and 3 home runs. Has played well. Swings at the 1-0 pitch. It's a fly ball right side into the backyard area where a fan makes the barehanded grab. Nice play.
Nice grab down there. The Festival Foods backyard.
And evens up the count. A ball and a strike. No outs on the board. Nobody on. Ben Hart, right-handed batter out of Oakland, stands in. And the Boston College product sends it in. Ground ball left side. Foul. 1-2.
Congratulations, Robert Siegelbach. You won a prize at McLean. Stop by the table and pick up your prize.
Ben Hart this past season at Oakland University did not have a great year, would bat just .197. A turnaround season this summer. The 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled away. Count remains. In 44 games, he would register 31 hits, a .303 on base percentage, and would steal 5 bases. But back in 2016, would bat .305, good for second best on the team, and was named All-Horizon League second team. 1-2, that one skips across home plate for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Also, make sure
Came to Northwoods League, just wanting to get at-bats, get some reps in, work on hitting a couple of different pitches, and I think he's done well at that. You've seen the ball well recently. 1-2-2. Runs low, full count. Hart stands in, and Zach Stromberg kicks the leg and sends in the 2-2. Fastball high and wide, and Ben Hart works the walk.
Now batting.
So a base runner now on for the Bullfrogs, and it's a close game. It's 3-1 here in the top of the 7th inning, and with the base runner on, the tying run would be at the plate. It's Zach Plunkett. Despite the fact that it's 3-1, it does not feel like the Bullfrogs are in the game, as the pitching from Stromberg has been impeccable. First pitch into Plunkett, a fastball that runs inside, 1-0.
He's walked Ben Hart twice. It's his only 2 walks of the day.
Plunkett stands in, swings at the 1-0 pitch, and it's a ground ball over towards the cameraman. Is he all right over there? Fell down out of the way from it. I think he might have got hit in the leg, actually. Seems to be okay, however. And it's a 1-1 count. The delivery. Fastball that runs inside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out on the board. Runner at first. It's out of the 7th inning. Frogs 4-17 on this second half of the year. Kenosha Kingfish at 10-12. 2-1. That one swung on and fouled straight back.
Best camera crew in the whole Northwoods
And it
League.
evens it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Zach Stromberg checks the runner at first, sends it in. Swung on, slow bleeder to the first baseman. He has it and will walk over to the first base bag, beating out Zach Plunkett. It does move the runner over to second, however. And so with 2 outs on the scoreboard, a runner in scoring position for Mikey Falia, who digs in, the center fielder who's 0 for 3 tonight. Derek Bingert easily walks to his right, lays the glove down, picks it up, and beats out Plunkett by about 7 or 8 steps. Stromberg up to 99 pitches. This will likely be his last inning of work. Deals in a fastball right over the plate, 0-1. Has allowed just 1 run here through 6 frames, just 3 hits and 2 walks. One of the best showings of a pitcher I've seen all season. Left-handed hurler checks the runner at second and deals in a fastball that's over the plate, 1-1. And one of the lights just got blown out here on the right side, and time's going to be gone, and they're going to have to fix that. It's already a stadium that is pretty dark for the most part. The lights here are not all that bright, and there's 2 sets of lights on the right side that just went out. They've had this trouble here in Kenosha this season from time and time. We'll see if they can try to fix it, but we're going to be in a delay while they try to fix these lights. The worst thing is that Stromberg will likely get a bit cold during this delay, and, well, he was pitching so well. Just 3 hits allowed, just 2 walks, and has dealt in 5 strikeouts. And the lights are off. We're going to step aside. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network, 107.1 FM.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Do you need help organizing your medications? Stop in to see us at the O'Connell Pharmacy about our monthly bubble packing system. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
Triangle Distributing is a diversified distributor of high-quality beverages that is focused on providing customer satisfaction, service with well-trained personnel that drives the market through teamwork, goals, and strong relationships.
Mostly clear skies in the forecast for tonight, with low temperatures dropping back into the mid to upper 50s, with our winds staying light. Lots of sunshine into your Sunday with a high of 82 degrees. Then for your Sunday night, mostly clear skies there, a low temperature of 62. Approaching the mid-80s for highs on your Monday with lots of sunshine, and even into your Tuesday, still looking to stay dry with partly to mostly sunny conditions, a high around 83 degrees. For WOCO Radio, I'm meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Hello and welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin, here at Simmons Field, a dark Simmons Field. All the lights turned off now to try to turn them back on. They're going to have to warm back up and reset, and it's going to be about a 15-minute delay. It's the second time it's happened here, and I think within the past couple of weeks, either way. So it's going to be about a 15-minute delay. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to step aside again. Your score here in the top of the 7th inning is 3-1. There's 2 outs on the board, and Ben Hart is at second in a 1-1 count with Mikey Falia at bat. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned. So your guy from Swamico, not too far from here at all, actually played on this field back in high school. You heard about the Bullfrogs. What's it mean for you to make this Bullfrogs team in the Northwoods League?
It was definitely, something I really wanted to do after going to college and knowing about the team, knowing about the league. It was something I really had my mindset on doing. And just to get that call from them and saying that I've been afforded the opportunity to be on the team was just an unreal feeling, and I can't thank him enough for the opportunity.
You're currently at State College of Florida, where this past season you redshirted. What are you working on this summer here for the next couple of weeks to bring back to State College?
I think the main focus that I've been working on is trying to get stronger, being able to drive the ball and gap to gap, kind of gaining more speed too, and just kind of improving my overall game. I'm a guy that, I used to be more of just kind of a contact guy. Play good defense, and that was kind of my specialty. But over this past year, I've been really working hard at being able to drive the ball in the gap and getting stronger and faster, and I'm really starting to see some improvements, and I'm very happy with what I'm seeing.
Bullfrogs fans have seen a lot of guys come and go, and a lot of newcomers to this team over the year. Currently, you're the newcomer. Is it tough coming into a team where all the other guys have kind of already meshed, and you kind of have to find your way into the team?
Not really. I've done it a few times in my life where I've gone to different teams. I moved around in my life, and it was pretty easy because I came in and all the guys are really easy to talk to, and they're all real friendly. So it wasn't really a tough transition at all, and I already feel like I'm a part of the team.
Awesome. We played well, batting .333. We'll see if you can do tonight. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Nolan Knight here with Connor Wallersheim of the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Connor, congratulations. You were announced to the Major League Dream Showcase team. What's it mean to you?
It's a really big honor. It's only 100 players in Northwoods, and it's a special honor to be chosen to go to this event.
Coming into Green Bay, you joined your teammate Brad Hamilton, who has since left and gone back home. With that being said, without Brad here, of course, was the lone returner. How do you like Green Bay?
I like it a lot. I'm only 40 minutes from here. I've heard about the Bullfrogs before, and it's pretty cool to play for a team that you heard about growing up.
You've done pretty solid this season for the Bullfrogs. What is something that when you came into the season this summer that you really wanted to improve on and bring back to Kent State?
My biggest thing was working on a changeup, and I think so far this summer I've made a great jump with my changeup and made it more effective when I'm throwing it, and that's helped me tremendously this summer.
What's your goal for next season at Kent State?
Hopefully to earn a good spot on the team and to win another MAC championship.
Awesome. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Nolan Knight here with hitting coach Mike Ramazzotti. Coach, Bullfrogs on a bit of a losing streak. What are they going to have to do to get back on the right side?
Well, like I said before, kind of put a complete game together. We've been hitting the ball really well, scoring 6, 7, 8 runs a game, doing enough offensively to keep us in games and quite honestly to win games. And our pitching staff has been doing a good job for parts of games, and they're just going to have to put something together where we avoid a big inning. And that's really all it's been. One big inning's kind of been our demise lately, and if we can limit that to 1 or 2 runs, we'll be right there and have a chance to win.
Some tough losses here recently, but at the end of the day, everyone's getting better. It's a summer developmental league. What are some things that you've really liked that you've seen some guys?
Well, from beginning to end, the guys that have been here or guys that have spent significant amount of time here, you've seen drastic improvement. And that's the whole reason why guys come to summer ball. Ben Hart, I think, his average well above 300 now. He's a guy that in the beginning part of the year was struggling with some certain pitches, certain locations, and he's been working hard day in, day out. And he's starting to handle those pitches, and a few other guys as well. They're starting to hit some balls real hard, and the coaches are going to be real happy when they arrive back to school.
Awesome. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Nolan.
Nolan Knight here with Jake Espa, Villanova University. Jake, I haven't got to interview all summer. We are almost to the point where it's at the end of the season. How have you liked Green Bay?
Green Bay's a pretty cool city. Lambeau Field, obviously historic. I just trying to make the best of the time I have here, hang out with kids of the team, just trying to make the best of it.
You're a pitcher at Villanova University, got some solid playing time this past season. You pitched well. What are you doing this summer to bring back to Villanova next year to improve on?
I'm trying to consistently work on throwing strikes, pounding the zone, and getting my slider over more. And I think I've done that this year. I think my slider's gotten a lot better in the course of the summer.
What's your favorite thing been about the Northwoods League so far?
I was saying the competition and my teammates, especially Darren Kelly.
With that being said, last night you came in the game late, gave up a couple of runs, but I thought you pitched pretty well. With that being said, throughout the season, you pitched well. How do you think you've done personally?
I think I did pretty well. I've came into the games and done what I wanted to do, except for last night. I obviously like to not get the runs in, but I thought that I pitched well, and I just left one fastball out. The kid got the single on, and that's pretty much it.
All right, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Nolan Knight here with Richie Tecco, shortstop for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Richie, about a couple weeks in the season for you. You've been around for a little bit of time now. How do you like it?
It's definitely a good experience. I'm still trying to get the hang of things, but it's not bad. I'm enjoying my time.
With that being said, the Northwoods League, a day in and day out kind of season. Have you ever been a part of anything like the Northwoods League where it's just nonstop play?
No, I have not. It's certainly a grind every day, waking yourself up, getting something to eat, working out, going to play baseball. It's the first time for me.
Do you like it?
I like it. It's a lot, but I do like it. I came here for a reason to play baseball. So
you just finished up your sophomore year at Rider University. How do you like Rider?
I like Rider. It's small. It's only like an hour away from home. like the coaches, my teammates, good school, real good school too. So everything fits perfect for me.
So what are you working on here this summer to bring back to Ryder next year and improve on?
Definitely, I'm working on my offense, just my approach, my swing, seeing better pitching, things like that.
All right, well, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Nolan Knight here with pitching coach Chris Marstons. Coach, you got to go down to Wausau to see the All-Star game. How's that experience?
It was a lot of fun. You know, it was kind of fun being a fan on the fan side of things instead of being on the field. Get to see, you know, the best players in the Northwoods play and experience that. So a lot of fun.
Bullfrogs without Brad Hamilton now, who was the lone All-Star for the Bullfrogs, so he was going to be the representative. But Kyle Bigno got to participate in the home run derby. How do you think Kyle did?
I thought he did a great job. You know, it was a tough situation for him. You know, you had about a half-hour rain delay. They had the tarp on the field. Those guys didn't get to take some hacks in the cage, and so they're going out there. They get 6 outs and try to hit a couple bombs. And so, you know, 4 quick outs, and then he turned things around and he put one off the wall to end it. But, you know, it did a great job.
It's a long season, and really these players got their first break. 3 days for those that didn't go to the All-Star game. All the guys got to relax, go home, hang out with each other. What's that mean to guys that have been grinding day in and day out, and then they finally get a couple of days of break?
Yeah, I really hope they took advantage of it. You know, I mean, it's one of those things, the body, you don't realize how taxed the body is. And so taking those 3 days off, that's huge. You know, guys are coming back fresh. You know, they're itching to go. And, you know, I think that'll really help things.
Goitia out on the mound tonight for the Bullfrogs has yet to have a decision, but has pitched well in his first 2 starts. What do you expect from him tonight?
I'm looking for him to be fresh and ready to go. You know, I hope he pounds the zone early and gets the defense into things, because if we do that and get in good rhythm, we've shown that we can be pretty successful with that.
All right, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Nolan Knight with Green Bay Bullfrogs outfielder Tanner Poole. Tanner, so far in the season for the Bullfrogs, you played pretty well. How do you like Green Bay?
I like it. I mean, it's different from where I'm from, but I've gotten used to it and figured it all out, and it's a pretty nice place.
This past season for Mississippi State, you guys made it to the Super Regionals in the tournament. How was that experience for you?
It was good. I mean, that was my first year playing, and we weren't expected to go that far, but we showed everybody what we could do because we lost a lot of guys. And, I mean, it was fun going to Super Regionals and getting to experience that, because that's a lot most kids would love to experience, and I'm just glad I got to experience that.
Northwoods League season, 72 games in 76 days. A lot of time to work on a lot of different things. What are you working on this summer to bring back to your school next year?
Yeah, I'm just working on my defense. I'm not worried about that. It's just basically just my hitting. And I've just been trying to work on my hands and moving them around and figuring a good place, because the coach has been wanting me to work on my hands and just working on hitting off speed.
Awesome. Good luck tonight.
Appreciate it.
Nolan Knight here with catcher for the Bullfrogs, Brad Hamilton. Brad, you just recently been announced that you're going to be the representative for the Green Bay Bullfrogs in the All-Star game, the only Bullfrog to get that honor. How's it feel?
I mean, it's truly an honor. I mean, we've been joking about it. You know, last year I had a rough season, and getting to come back here and getting to play and have fun and getting to represent this organization is I couldn't ask for anything better. It's going to be awesome.
You played well this year, batting over 300 for the Bullfrogs, all the way up to 400 even at times. You're the first guy here at the ball club to take extra BP. What's just been going right for you?
You know what? I didn't really change anything from last year, which is, you know, I don't know if it's sad, you know, how bad I played last year, but, you know, I just try to enjoy everything, because this is my last summer of, you know, baseball, and nothing's guaranteed after next spring. So I just want to enjoy every single game I get to go out there and play.
Parents are in town for the All-Star break and for the next couple of days. Got to hang out with your dad earlier today. Of course, for those that don't know, Brad, your dad is the broadcaster for the Cleveland Indians, so that's got to be a cool experience to have him come out to Green Bay and see you play. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, with my dad's job, you know, he never really got to see me play as a kid much. So him taking the time out to come and see me play, I couldn't be happier. I'm just, you know, I can't wait to play in front of them, and having them both here is just, it's really special to me, and it's going to be awesome having them there.
Awesome. Good luck tonight.
Thank you so much, Nolan.
Nolan Ed here with Mike Ramazzotti, the hitting coach for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Coach, Bullfrogs on a bit of a skid. What hasn't been going their way?
Well, it seems like each night it's something different. You know, one night we pitch really well and we can't, get any timely hits, or we don't do a great job situationally hitting. Other nights the offense seems to, put up 7 or 8, and we do a good job maybe, on the mound or defensively for, 5 or 6 innings. But realistically, we're just having a tough time putting a complete game together. It seems like all the pieces are there, and we're just trying to put a complete game together, and we'll be competitive with everybody else.
This is a team in Wisconsin Rapids that have beaten the Bullfrogs 6 times. Bullfrogs have yet to get a win. What are they going to have to do tonight to get that win against this team that has just been so good this year?
Well, like I said, just play a complete game, and it's not necessarily a perfect game at all by any means. This team's beatable just like anybody else. We had them kind of on the ropes last time we were here. I think we had the lead late, 5th, 6th, 7th innings, and just let ourselves down, made some mistakes, whether it's a defensive error or, like I said, not putting the runner in from third with less than 2 outs, things like that. So just making less mistakes and taking advantage of opportunities when they're there.
This second half team that we've seen here, sorry to cut off the interview there, but we are back in action here at Simmons Field. Lights back on, all of them on, that is, and we are underway. Mikey Falia digs in, and he leads off the game with a base hit. Line drive to left field, and Ben Hart rounding third will come in to score, and just like that, it's a 1-run ball game. How about that? Ben Lynham comes in to pitch for the Kenosha Kingfish. Zach Stromberg comes to an end as he got cold standing out there on the bump, waiting for the lights to come back on. Ben Lynham comes out, and Mikey Falia sends a line drive into left field for a base hit. Just the 4th, I have the hiccups, just the 4th hit of the night for the Bullfrogs. Connor Bigneski digs in, first pitch. Or rather, the first pitch comes in for a ball. The 1-0 comes across, finds the upper outside portion, and evens the count up. A ball and a strike. Ben Lynham comes set, the lefty. Deals in the 1-1. Runner off. Slow grounder down the right side. Pitcher has it, but he can't make the play. Throw to first goes wild, and they're going to send in Mikey Falia. Rounding third, he's going to come across to score a tie ball game. It's a slow little bouncer towards the pitcher, Ben Lynham. Bends down to pick it up, loses his footing, falls down. Connor Begneski was going to be safe, tries to save the day by throwing the ball on the ground towards the first baseman, Bengert. Bengert can't put the mid on it, and it's into the Bullfrogs bullpen. Mikey Falia would round second, then round third, and come around to score, and we're all tied up 3-3. Riley Smith now digs in and watches a fastball go by. 0-1. Two errors tonight now for Kenosha after that one. It will go down as an E1. Just a runner on at second now. 2 outs on the board. Riley Smith watches a fastball and runs inside for a strike. 0-1. It looks like for the Bullfrogs, all they needed was that light power outage. Some life now. 2 runs in the top of the 7th inning. Ben Lynham out on the bump trying to bounce back. Needs to just retire one batter to end the frame. The 0-2 pitch comes inside. 1-2.
The guys already learned to step back first base.
Riley Smith steps out, takes a deep breath, stands back in. Ben Lynham out on the bump, stares him down, comes set. Checks the runner at second, the 1-0. Fastball that's inside, my apologies. The 1-2 comes across for a ball inside and evens it up 2-2. 2 outs on the board and a runner at second. We're here in the top of the 7th inning where the Bullfrogs have put 2 runs across to tie it up. Ben Leinen deals in the 2-2. Swung on a slicing blooper in the infield where first baseman Bingard runs into the infield grass and makes the grab, leaving a runner stranded. The Bullfrogs tie it up 3-3. Mikey Falia launches a line drive into left field to grab himself an RBI single and then comes across to score on an E1. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network, 107.1 FM.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation Flex Agreement and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Hello and welcome back to Kenosha. Bottom of the 7th inning, about to get underway, and the Bullfrogs have tied it up 3-3. Mikey Falia, after the lighting delay, or rather the lack of lighting delay, would swing at the first pitch he saw. A line driving to left field that scores Ben Hart from second, and then the very next batter gets on off of an E1. Or rather would score off of an E1. That would go all the way over to the bullpen. Mikey Falia wheels turning, turns second base and turns third to score without a play at the plate. First pitch into Connor Doyle's a fastball high and inside, 1-0. Nick Parr still out on the mound for the Bullfrogs, the right-handed pitcher out of Oakland. The righty stares down the batter in Connor Doyle, the San Diego product, kicks the leg and sends in the 1-0. It's a fastball right over the plate, evens it up, a ball and a strike. Connor Doyle stands in, 23 RBIs on the year, batting .282. The 1-1. Swinging and a miss, 1-2. Connor Doyle coming into the at-bat on the night is currently 0 for 2. Was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. The 1-2. Swung on and found away right side. Stays alive.
Go home and turn on Netflix. It's the first episode of season 9, I think.
Connor Doyle, right-handed batter of San Diego, stands in. 3 homers on the year. 1-2. Fastball wide, evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nick Parr pitched a pretty solid inning in the 6th frame. We'll see what he can do here. Had a bit of a delay. Maybe he got cold, maybe not. Kicks the leg, sends in the 2-2. Fastball that runs low, a full count. Nick Parr of Oakland University this past season for the Golden Grizzlies would struggle. On the season for the Bullfrogs has had his struggles as well. The payoff pitch is swung on, a fly ball right side into the Festival Foods picnic area. Foul.
Your car's all right. Before you pay your next insurance premium, give David Insurance a
Nick
call.
Parr is last
262-657.
time out for the Bullfrogs.
David Insurance, we'll see you through.
Would be in relief. He's a guy that they've used as a starter and as a reliever. But I think he's fared better as a reliever. Payoff. Finds the inside corner. A nice curve from Nick Parr, his second strikeout. The second time Doyle has struck out, and Mike Madej, the designated hitter, digs in. He has gone down looking and gone down swinging as well tonight. Mike Madej, the designated hitter, did work the walk back in the first frame. Left-handed hitter out of Purdue University, hot coming into the game.
Connor Doyle just tied the team record for strikeouts in the season.
Nick Parr comes set, kicks the leg, and deals one in. Fastball wide, 1-0. Connor Doyle just ties the franchise record for most strikeouts in a season. Mike Madej stumps in the 1-0. Swung on, line drive, right center field, base hit. It could be a two-bagger. Rounding first, but he's going to stay there. Troy Johnston covering some ground to pick that one up for damage control. Mike Madej now 1 for 3 on the night. And with a base runner on, Jack Yalowitz, the left fielder, digs in.
Fielder number 25, Jack.
Yalowitz 1 for 3 tonight with an RBI. His last time up managed the double. That base hit just the 4th of the game for the Kenosha Kingfish. Jack Yalowitz stands in, 1-2 him. Swung on, ground ball to Ben Hart at second. Shuffle past to second in time. Throw to first is high and into the stands. And so 2 outs on the board. The runner advances over to second. There is no netting that goes that far down that first base side. I mean, that ball was rocketed into the stands. You got to watch out over there.
And remember to keep your eyes.
Zach Plunkett goes out to the mound to talk with Nick Parr and calms him down, gives him a pat on the shoulder, and runs back behind home plate. 2 outs on the board and a runner at second. Batting for the Kingfish now is Derek Bangert. Bangert has been phenomenal this season. Coming into the at-bat, batting .299. 0 for 2 tonight, though. 2 flyouts. Nick Parr comes set, a runner in scoring position at second. First one from Parr. Fastball swung on and fouled away right side over past the concession stands. 0-1.
Yalowitz has speed. Just put one clear to the middle of the field.
Derek Bangert out of Bradley University appeared in 44 games this past season, batting .270. Led the team in home runs with 14 and RBIs with 41. And the way he's had a summer this year, you don't expect him to have an even better season next year. 0-1. Check swing. Did it go around? Yes, it did. Strike 2. Derek Bangert can't believe it. The fastball was way wide in the dirt. And Chris Sabo is coming out now. The home plate umpire calling it a strike. Now is he appealing to the infield umpire?
Yeah, it was a check swing. And the home plate umpire called it a strike. And then
he goes to talk with the infield umpire, and now they come back and says it was a strike. Duffy Dyer can't believe it. He's irate on the left side.
No, Doug hasn't done anything yet.
The count moves to 0-2.
Both sides always do that.
Dyer screaming at the home plate umpire.
That's not a good spot to see the checks. No, that's home plate.
Nick Parr checks the runner at second, gives him another look. The 0-2. Fastball inside, they ring him up, and Bangert can't believe it. Screaming at the home plate umpire, and here comes Duffy Dyer, and he is tossed. Duffy Dyer in the face of the home plate umpire. He can't believe it. The biggest yelling match I've seen all season. A check swing that's caught a strike, and then a ring him up on an inside pitch. Dyer irate, being as theatrical as he can be. Screaming in the face of the home plate umpire. But nonetheless, it's a strikeout for Nick Parr, up backwards K, his 3rd strikeout of the night. That will do it for the 7th inning, and it is a hostile crowd here in Kenosha. Stay tuned for the 8th inning. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. WOCO Sports Stream 107.1 FM.
At 24/7 well and pump service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site. Whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines, they'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the O'Connell Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 well and pump service. Fireside Road, O'Connell Falls.
Do you feel like you're paying too much for your medication? Stop in at O'Connell Pharmacy and see our pharmacist, Ron Poom, about our cost minimization program. We can save you some money. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
Welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin. A hostile crowd, a hostile environment, and Duffy Dyer, the 9th overall pick in the 1966 draft, the Miracle Mets member, the 83 bullpen for the Cubs, the third base coach for the Brewers from 89 to 95, and the legendary manager here in the Northwoods League, tossed after the 7th inning. Top of the 8th inning now, it's still Ben Lynam out on the mound for the Kenosha Kingfish. And we are here in the top of the 9th. Just a two-man crew here tonight. There's a reason why the Northwoods League likes to have 3. I think we saw that reasoning in this last inning. A check swing that, to be objective, luckily did not go around, was called a strike. Then an inside pitch that likely hit the inside corner was called, and Bangert could not believe it. With the botched call, you would think that the home plate umpire would shrink in his zone a bit, but not so fast. Rings up Bangert, and what looked like threw him out of the game was actually Duffy who was thrown out. But here in the top of the 8th inning, Dan Leckie digs in, tied up 3-3. First pitch. Check swing, found the zone, 0-1. And you can still hear the peanut gallery here in Kenosha yelling at the home plate umpire. Not happy. 0-1. Swung on. Ground ball left side, foul. 0-2, he falls behind. Crowd strong of 3,000 people here tonight. Liquored up after the 15-minute lighting delay. Already a little frustrated with that, and then you have that call, and, well, they're not happy. Lynam steps off the mound, and everyone kind of on their edge of their seats are still riled up after the bottom of the 7th. Dan Leckie stands in, the 0-2. Fastball way high, 1-2. You can still hear the murmurs and disagreements around the stadium, even up here in the press box. Ben Lynam comes set, the left-handed hurler. Kicks the leg, sends it in. 1-2, swung on and fouled back. Dan Leckie out of Lafayette College on the season for the Frogs, batting .216. And in what is really an odd feeling here in the stadium, with you can just feel the displeasure here in Kenosha. 1-2. Swung on, line drive left field, that drops fair. It's into the left field corner. Dan Leckie rounding first. He's going to get to second easily. A stand-up double for Leckie, and he has been impressive here in his first couple of games for the Bullfrogs. Has been around for just about 2 weeks, has a grand slam to his name, a solo shot, 10 RBIs, and now a double to his resume here tonight. His first hit of the game. And with no outs on the board, the go-ahead run in scoring position at second in Leckie. Troy Johnston, the right fielder, digs in. He's 1 for 3 tonight, managed to single his last time up. Left-handed hitter out of Gonzaga shows bunt. Lays one down, but it's popped up rather foul left side. The Bullfrogs have not been quite successful this season at bunting. In fact, I don't think that they have managed a successful bunt since the second game of the season when Aaron Pleshner would lay one down.
If you get an ounce, please head down to the auction table where you bid on these jerseys and pay for the jersey tonight before you leave.
Troy Johnston stands in. Ben Lynham out on the mound, nods his head, sends in the 0-1. Fastball high and wide, evens it up, a ball and a strike. Johnston of Gonzaga just finished up his freshman year, had a great season here in the Northwoods League. Expected him to have a breakout here this next season. The 1-1. Wide, 2-1 now.
Jersey number 0 is
there is a right-handed pitcher warming up in the pen in the
jersey number 2. It's Tim Cross.
Bullpen on the left side for the Kenosha Kingfish. As Ben Lynham has struggled in his short tenure out on the mound. 1/3 of an inning pitched, 2 hits and a run scored. The 2-1 right across the plate evens up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs on the board. Troy Johnson looking for his 30th RBI of the year.
400-627.
Swung on. Fly ball left side. Foul. Up and out of the grandstands. And it's an even count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ben Lynham out on the mound trying to get out of the jam. No outs on the board. A runner in scoring position at second. Bullfrogs tied it up in the top half of the 7th. 3-3. 2-2. Swung on. That one fouled up and away. Both runs coming after the lighting delay. There was 1 out on the board, or rather, my apologies, 2 outs on the board when Mikey Falia would hit the first pitch he saw in the left field, scoring the runner in Ben Hart from second to make it a 1-run ball game, and then an error would score Mikey Falia. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and fouled off the foot of Troy Johnston. He limps away from the batter's box but stays alive.
Jersey number 10, Tim Strike. Jersey number 11, Mike Maday.
It was the second error of the night of the Kenosha Kingfish. And it was the pitcher, Ben Lynham, who slipped trying to throw the ball to first that got all the way into right field. Would score Mikey Falia from second. 2-2. High for a ball, and Troy Johnston works the full count.
9th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Johnson of Polywop, Washington.
Todd Wilkening.
Family came and visited him this past week. All the way across the country. They busted, or not busted, but made it a road trip. Payoff. Swung on. Ground ball to second, and that'll work essentially as a sacrifice bunt. That's what Troy Johnson wanted to do in the first place. Moves the runner over to third, now just 90 feet away from taking the lead. And Brian Dyer will come out and relieve Ben Lynham.
Number 22, Reese Pennington.
Comes out to the bump, calls all his infielders in, and with 1 out on the board, there's a runner over at third. There's been a right-handed pitcher warming up in the pen for some time now for the Kenosha Kingfish, and it's his time to come in. We're going to step aside. The Bullfrogs threaten to take a lead. 3-3, top of the 8th inning, a 1 out on the board, and a run 90 feet away. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin, every Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brew Pub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza right now from the concession stand, or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
Hello and welcome back to Simmons Field here in Kenosha. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. We are in the top of the 8th inning, and the Bullfrogs are threatening to take a lead. We're all tied up 3-3. The Bullfrogs with 5 hits on the night, 4 on the night for the Kingfish. 2 errors by the Kingfish, and one of them would prove fatal. It would be the tying run that would come across off of an E1. Due up for the Bullfrogs here with an out on the board is David Mayberry. Mayberry already with a hit on the night, a triple. Back in the 4th inning, he would come around to score as well. The right-handed hitter out of Daytona State College digs in. Ben Lynham out there on the bump, comes set, checks the runner at third, and deals. It's a fastball that runs low, 1-0. Dan Leckie with a lead over at third base. New pitcher out on the bump for the Kenosha Kingfish, deals in the 1-0. It's a fastball way wide, nearly out of the range of Jesse Wilkening. Does a solid job keeping that one in play. And a 2-0 count to lead things off. The new pitcher out on the mound is Hasek. Hasek comes set, sends in the 2-0. Swing and a miss. A huge swing from Mayberry. Not trying to hit into a ground ball here, wants to send it deep. A 2-1 count. Hasek deals it in. Fastball that runs wide, a hitter's count now. 3 balls and a strike. Mayberry in just his first game back after spending some time off. Went home after the temporary contract and just went on vacation. 3-1. Wide for ball 4, runners on the corners. Not the worst thing that could happen to Hasek there. So a double play opportunity now for the Kenosha Kingfish. But due up for the Frogs is Willie Bourbon. Bourbon 0 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts.
Willie strikes out. Appears to be 2 for 1 to the next.
He's the beer batter, and it might have gotten to his head. He's gone down twice. When you have the entire stadium chanting for you to strike out, it does make it tougher.
You know what?
Top of the 8th inning, and out on the board, runners on the corners. The Northwestern product stands in, batting 179 on the season, has 17 RBIs. First pitch, swung on, ground ball to second, opportunity for a double play, and they botch it. The second baseman, Carson Brashears, scoops it up. An underhand toss just is not there. He slips while he's trying to make the play. It just kind of dribbles past the shortstop who was covering the second base bag, and it's an RBI for Willie Bourbon. The runner comes across to score, and the Bullfrogs take a 4-3 lead. A slow grounder to Brashears, exactly what Hasek had issued. What he wrote up, everything he planned. Well, it's going to be a double play that ended the inning. Instead, it's runners at first and second, 1 out on the board, and the Bullfrogs take a 4-3 lead. A meltdown from the Kingfish there.
He was probably like 7 feet from the bag, and it didn't even make it to the bag. It hit the ground.
It's a slow grounder to Brashears. When he's making the toss, it just kind of rolls out of his hand. He doesn't even really toss it. A shuffle pass would have done. He probably could have ran over to the second base bag and made the double play himself. Instead, Ben Hart digs in. He won the night for the Bullfrogs, has been walked twice. First one to him. Swung on, grounded left side, 0-1. Ben Hart walked his last time up and would come around to score in that 2-run top of the 7th. who would score off of the Mikey Falia single, the first pitch after the light delay. Mayberry takes the lead from second. Bourbon does from first. Bullfrogs trying to add on a couple insurance runs. The 0-1. Breaking ball inside. 1-1. The Kenosha Kingfish coming into the series against the Bullfrogs were on a 3-game winning streak. They had swept Lakeshore in the home-and-home doubleheader. And then they would beat the Bullfrogs in the first game. The Frogs would sneak away with the victory yesterday and looking for another tonight. 1-1 pitch, fastball way wide. Jesse Wokening hopping out of his stance into the opposite batter's box to stop that one from getting past him. And it moves the count to 2-1. Justin Hasek, the Glaveston Community College sophomore, deals in the 2-1. Fastball wide, 3-1. Frogs have posted 4 unanswered runs. All 3 of the Kingfish runs coming back in the first frame, as the Bullfrogs have posted now 6 scoreless innings. The 3-1 pitch comes in. Swung on, line drive left field, base hit. It'll load the bases. Mayberry's going to have to be held up to third, as Benhart doesn't get all of it, but he gets enough. Finds the gap between third and short, and it's the 6th hit of the game for the Bullfrogs. And with the bases juiced, Zach Plunkett digs in. Plunkett with 4 home runs on the season has hit one here at Simmons Field. Would hit it over the fishbowl reserved area in left field. It's just about a 3-foot fence out there. 3-foot fence out there.
Catcher number 33, Zach Plunkett.
And the right-handed batter out of the University of Arkansas digs in. Would redshirt this past season after transferring in from TCU. Has struggled on the season, batting just .190. Has 8 RBIs to his name. First pitch. Fastball right over the plate, 0-1. Despite the fact that he's been here since the first day that the Frogs met, he's only managed 8 RBIs. Has had a good week, though. 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball wide that hits the corner. 0-2, he falls behind. Would be named the Aurora Bay Care Sports Medicine Player of the Game this past week against the Kalamazoo Growlers for his multi-hit game, where he hit a homer as well. 0-2 pitch. Swung on. It's a blooper into shallow shinner. In fact, it's in the infield, and the infield fly rule is actually into effect. The worst thing that the Bullfrogs could have done there.
As soon as possible.
It's not far enough out for a runner to tag up.
Now batting for the Bullfrogs. Center fielder, number 28, Mikey.
And it's not a grounder. I guess it could have been a double play, so worse things could have happened. Mikey Falia digs in now, the UC Irvine product. He managed the RBI single in this past inning. First pitch to him. Breaking ball. Just misses. 1-0. Finds himself back in Simmons Field. Would come here when he was back in high school to watch his brother Eric Falia play. Eric Falia, now one of the top prospects in the Mariners organizations. Absolutely killing it out in Modesto. The 1-0. Fastball wide, 2-0. Old host family of Eric in town. Mikey's younger brother in town. Parents and friends alike all have come to watch Mikey play, and he's had a good night so far with an RBI single. With the bases juiced and 2 outs, we'll see what he can do. 2-0. Inside, 3-0 count. Jesse Wilkening, when he grabs up to grab it, he launches, fakes a throw over to third, I should say. But the third baseman not covering. 3-0 count, 2 outs on the board. Runners at first, second, and third. Another ball would put another run across. 3-0. Down for ball 4, and the Bullfrogs take a 5-3 lead. David Mayberry runs across home plate, and Mikey Falia grabs his second RBI of the game. And so Connor Begneski will now dig in. Begneski 0 for 3 on the night, struck out his last time up. Just his 4th game in a Bullfrogs uniform. First pitch to him. Swung on and fouled away left side, 0-1. Falia was taking no matter what there, but the pitch can't find the zone as Jesse Hasek trying to get out of the inning here without allowing too many runs to come across. Bases juiced, 0-1 count, 2 outs. The 0-1 swung on, ground ball back to the pitcher. It's off his chest. He's able to pick it up, however, and underhand toss it to first for the final out. The Bullfrogs leave 3 runners stranded. We'll see if it comes back to bite them. They take a 5-4 lead, though. An RBI walk from Mikey Falia and an RBI from Willie Bourbon. That puts 2 runs across. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network, 107.1 FM.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site. Whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines, they'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 Well and Pump Service, Fireside Road, Oconto Falls.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn, Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn, Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American Inn hospitality.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
Mostly clear skies in the forecast for tonight, with low temperatures dropping back into the mid to upper 50s, with our winds staying light. Lots of sunshine into your Sunday with a high of 82 degrees. Then for your Sunday night, mostly clear skies there, a low temperature of 62. Approaching the mid-80s for highs on your Monday with lots of sunshine, and even into your Tuesday, still looking to stay dry with partly to mostly sunny conditions, a high around 83 degrees. For WOCO Radio, I'm meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Welcome back to Kenosha here at Simmons Field. Leading things off for the Kenosha Kingfish
Now batting for the Kingfish
was Barano. Barano swings at the first pitch he sees, and it's a line drive to center field, base hit. The 5th hit of the game for the Kingfish. He stands over at first, and the new batter stands in. The catcher, Jesse Wilkening, digs in. Snap throw to first. It's in the dirt, but a solid pick there from Willie Bourbon to stop an error from happening. Is made by Bourbon. The pitch is in the dirt, so it's a 1-0 count. There's no outs on the board here. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning where the Bullfrogs lead 5-3. Jesse Wilkening pops up the 1-0, right side foul into the grandstand seatings on the right side. Evens it up 1-1.
Good news.
Brano would launch the first pitch. He saw a line drive, frozen road, middle of the field for the 5th hit of the game.
401-014. I hope you didn't throw it.
The Bullfrogs with 6 hits tonight, and they lead 5-3 over the Kenosha Kingfish. They've scored 5 unanswered. All 3 runs for the Kingfish coming back in that first inning, where they would score 3 runs off of 1 hit. Bullfrogs pitchers have posted solid afternoons. Nick Parr out there on the bump. Comes set. The tall right-handed hurler out of Oakland sends in the 1-1. That one swung on and fouled back. A ball and 2 strikes. There's no outs on the board, and there's a runner over at first. That's Barano. Of course, you didn't hear his at-bat as we were still in commercial break. but he grabbed himself his first hit of the game. So after the foul out, count sits at a ball and 2 strikes. Nick Parr, right-handed hurler, comes set. Kicks the leg, the 1-2. That one fouled off the end of the bat right side. 1-2. If you're just joining us, you have missed a little bit here in the past 2 innings. The Bullfrogs would tie it up in the top of the 7th inning. Of course, we had that light delay. The Frogs would put 2 runs after it was said and done. The 1-2 swung on, ground ball to Dan Leckie from third. Throw to second, scooped out of the dirt by Ben Hart for out number 1, but no throw to first. Smart play from Dan Leckie, but a better play by Ben Hart to pick that one. Could have easily been into center field, but Hart, working on his ground balls recently, can grab that one easily. And there's one away. They get the lead runner. And Michael Sinks, the 9-hole hitter, stands in. Or rather, the 7-hole hitter stands in. Sinks batting just 188 on the season, is 0-3 tonight. Would strike out back in the first. First pitch to him, fastball hits the outside corner, 0-1. So Wilkening hits into the fielder's choice. He stands over at first, takes his lead. Nick Parr comes set, deals in the 0-1. A breaking ball that's in the dirt, 1-1. With a runner at second and 2 outs on the board, Mikey Falillo would hit the first pitch he saw after the light delay into left field for an RBI single. On the very next batter, they would hit a slow grounder back to the pitcher.
It is 20 degrees hotter in there.
They would pick it up and throw it to first, but it'd go way wide. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, 1-2. I mean, and all the way into right field, like in the corner. Mikey Falillo rounded second because he took off early. Rounded third and came around to score without a play at the plate. That's how far that ball got away from the first baseman, Derek Banger. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 outs on the board. The third strikeout of the night for Nick Parr, and he is in a groove. In 2 2/3 innings, has allowed just 3 hits, has not walked a batter, has dealt in 4 Ks, and has not given up a run either. Carson Brashears digs in now, the second baseman tonight for the Kenosha Kingfish. Is 0 for 2. Was walked tonight. Parr deals one in, swing and a miss. An absolute heater. Nick Parr fastball hits 90 to 92.
Hey, want to take a guess at what this kid's ERA was coming in?
Brashear swings and misses at that one. Nick Parr comes set. Kicks the leg, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Runner at first. 2 outs on the board. Bottom of the 8th inning. Bullfrogs lead 5-3. One of the craziest games of the season that we have been a part of. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Make it 5 strikeouts now for Nick Parr. He is in the zone. That leaves a runner stranded at first, and that sends us to the 9th inning. The Bullfrogs have a 5-3 lead going into the 9th. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
It's Cellcom's Customer Appreciation Celebrations. Get smartphones from the top 2 brands for just a penny each, along with food prizes and sales on accessories. Cellcom, built for you. Available day of event only. New 2-year activation qualified upgrade required. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/celebrate for details.
Welcome back to Simmons Field here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Top of the 9th inning, and we got a ball game. And, well, it's been an interesting one also. A game that's consisted of a light delay, a game that consisted of a 3-run inning with just 1 hit, a game that has consisted of legendary coach Duffy Dyer getting kicked out of the game, and a game that has seen the Bullfrogs put up 5 unanswered runs. 2 in the top of the 7th, 2 in the top of the 8th. A 15-minute lighting delay set in the top of the 7th inning with a runner at second and 2 outs on the board for the Bullfrogs. Mikey Falea would dig in for the first pitch after the lights finally came back in and bring in Ben Hart to score. On the very next batter, he would come around to score off of an E1. Rounding second and third, wheels turning, feet on fire, coming across to score to tie the game 3-3. And in the bottom of that 7th, Duffy Dyer tossed after a disagreement with a called strike 3 on the 3rd out. In the top of the 8th inning, the Bullfrogs would post 2 more runs to take a 5-3 lead. First pitch to Riley Smith comes in inside 1-0. They score their first run off of a bases loaded walk, or rather they score their first run off of what could have easily been a double play. Instead, it went down as an RBI E4. It could have been a tie ball game still. The Bullfrogs would then load the bases and score another run off of a walk. We're here in the top of the 9th now. Riley Smith digs in, watches one go by for a ball. The 1-0 comes in, fouls it away right side, and it's an even count now, 1-1. Justin Hasek out on the bump, kicks the leg, the 1-1. That one swung on and fouled back. A pitch high and inside. Riley Smith almost swinging defensively. 1-2. Smith on the day for the Bullfrogs has managed a triple, his first multi-bagger of the season. He's 1 for 4. Right-handed batter stands in. Hasek, the right-handed hurler, stares him down. Deals in the 1-2. Breaking ball way wide. Riley Smith thought about chasing it, but doesn't. 2-2. Justin Hasek on the season, a 5.04 ERA, has dealt in 25 innings on the mound and 20 strikeouts. 2-2. Runs low in the dirt. Full count. Hasek in 2/3 of an inning has walked 2 batters, allowing 1 run and 1 hit. Trying to give his Kingfish team a shot in the bottom. Last night we saw a walk-off victory in the Frogs' favor. Payoff pitch. Swung on, a slow grounder in the infield grass. Third baseman has it, throw to first, not in time. Riley Smith legs out an infield single. The 7th hit of the game for the Bullfrogs. The 2nd of the game for Riley Smith. And that 0 for 24 hitting slump seems to have all but disappeared. Has played well recently for the Bullfrogs. Managing hits and RBIs over the past few games. Another multi-hit game for the shortstop out of Minnesota, and Dan Leckie digs in. Leckie with a double his last time up. First pitch to him. Fastball that runs high, 1-0. Dan Leckie 1 for 4 on the night with a run scored. Would come around to score in this past inning. Shows bunt. Pops one up right side, foul. The Bullfrogs, I mean, they really have struggled at laying down bunts this year. Another example of that right there. Moves the count to a ball and a strike. No outs on the board and a runner at first.
Once again, if you're missing your left-hand baseball glove, head to Fan Services.
Like he digs in. Justin Hasek, the right-handed hurler, Throws back to first. Runner slides back in safely. No tag from Binger.
Otto Nelson moving in starts for your next big move.
And the Galveston Community College product right-handed hurler sends in the 1-1. Runner off from first. Throw down from Wilkening. In time. Got him. Out number 1. Bullfrogs think about trying to lay down a bunt to move them over. They don't like to try to steal it instead. Bad decision. Jessen Wilkington says, so fast. Pops up, launches one to second. Getting Riley Smith by a few inches. It was close, but he got him. One away. Dan Leckie digs in. Right-handed batter. A 2-1 count, runs wide. Count moves to 3 balls and a strike now. Justin Hasek out on the bump, trying to give his Kingfish a chance in the bottom half of the frame. 3-1 pitch. Finds the upper outside portion. Full count now. Nobody warming up in the bullpen for the Bullfrogs. Looks like it's going to be Nick Parr all the way. Why not? 3 innings pitched. No walks and 5 strikeouts. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed. The first strikeout of the night for Hasek.
And there you have it, another strikeout for your Kenosha Kingfish.
2 away.
Strikeout Johnson Bank will donate $25.
Troy Johnson will now dig in for the Bullfrogs, a left-handed hitter out of Gonzaga University.
Right fielder number 2, Troy Johnston.
Troy Johnston on the night for the Bullfrogs. 1 for 4. Would get on base due to an error as well in this one. Lefty swings at the first pitch he sees. It's a fly ball in right field, and the right fielder, Austin Barado, had no idea where the ball was. Running all around out there, and eventually it falls fair about 25 feet in front of him. He was clueless. The second hit of the game for Troy Johnston, and David Mayberry digs in.
Hitter number 20, David Mayberry.
David Mayberry, right-handed hitter out of Daytona State College, back here playing for the Bullfrogs. Hopped on a plane yesterday, and tonight has played great. A 1-2 day with a walk and 2 runs scored. Has a triple on the night. Recorded just 4 hits back in his 7 games played in the beginning of the season. Watches the first one go by for a ball. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Or just gets a piece of it, rather. 1-1. Fouls it back into the dirt. And Mayberry, the right-handed hitter, stands back in. Justin Hasek out on the bump. Checks the runner at first. Kicks the leg, the 1-2. Check swing, it's a fastball inside, 2-2. Runner takes a lead over at first. Mayberry stands in, the 2-2. Way high and inside. A full count. Mayberry fights his way back in after fouling a couple away. Full count, 2 outs on the board, runner at first. Mayberry stands in. Justin Hasek out on the bump, the right-handed pitcher. Time is called. And the umpire says the count is 3-1. I feel like Mayberry fouled away a couple more than that, though. The 3-1. That one swung on and fouled away. I guess it won't matter. Count moves to 3-2. Full count, 2 outs on the board, runner at first. Top of the 9th inning. Hasek deals in the payoff. Runner off from first. Swung on, fly ball right field, foul. That one past that Festival Foods picnic area on the right side where what seems like all of the kids in the stadium run over to try to get the foul ball. As a solid amount of folks have stuck around for the later portions of this game. A game that has messed longer than 3 hours now. Payoff. Swung on. Slow chopper to third. He's got it. The throw to first is short, and it's dropped. Troy Johnston moves to second. He took off early, and then when he saw that the throw from first was dropped, he took off for third. Third baseman Sage Bruhl runs into the infield grass to pick it up. The throw to first just kind of bounces into the first baseman. He didn't have enough on it. An infield single for David Mayberry.
I'm calling that infield single. Willie Bourbon.
Willie Bourbon digs in now for the Bullfrogs. Left-handed hitter out of Northwestern.
Half inning.
It's not a throw that's off target. It's just not thrown hard enough there from Sage Bruhl. Short-armed it. Runners on the corners now for Bourbon. The Northwestern product stands in on the night is 0 for 4. Has managed an RBI, however. First one, swung on. Line drive deep into right. Tracking back is Barado. Looking up, it hits the wall. One run comes across for the Bullfrogs. They're going to send in another. Mayberry rounding third. He comes across, and the Bullfrogs take a 7-3 lead. Willie Bourbon 0 for 4 on the night with 2 strikeouts. Launches a frozen rope line drive deep into right that hits the wall square in the middle. About 6 feet high, about 6 feet away from getting out of here. It's a 2 RBI double from Willie Bourbon, and the Bullfrogs take a 4-run lead here in the top of the ninth. Ben Hart will dig in now, the Oakland product. Hart's 1 for 2 tonight. He swings on the first one. A chopper left side foul. Where that cameraman that sits on the left side just must be in the most inopportune area of the field. I mean, he's gotten a couple that's gone over there.
Wow.
0-1 count nonetheless. Bullfrogs supporting a 4-run lead now. 0-1. Breaking ball way wide. 1-1. With 2 outs on the board, Willie Bourbon launched that ball. Nearly looked like it could get out of here off of the bat. The 1-1. Runs low in the dirt. 2-1. Frogs normally not the team that has managed to come back late in games. But 7 unanswered tonight. 2 in the top of the 7th, 2 in the top of the 8th, 2 in the top of the 9th. 2-1. Check swing came around. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs on the board and a runner at second. And if you will, 2 runs in this inning. The Bullfrogs looking for 2 in a row. They've only managed to sweep a team, or rather beat the same team twice in a row, twice this season. They have not had a 3-game winning streak all year either. 2-2 pitches swung on and found away left side. Count remains. Hart stands in. Runner takes lead at second, 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Justin Hasek gets a little bit of revenge after Willie Bourbon sent him to the wall with 2 RBIs. It's a swinging strikeout. It's his second strikeout of the night. And it will do it for the top of the 9th inning. On to the bottom half of the frame we go. The Bullfrogs hold on to a 4-run lead, and it will be Nick Parr who comes out to close things for the Bullfrogs. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network, 107.1 FM.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960, specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts.
Witt's O'Connell Falls Piggly Wiggly's 2-day truckload produce sale is Thursday and Friday, August 3rd and 4th. Red seedless grapes, 99 cents a pound. Cauliflower, 99 cents a pound. Fresh sweet corn, 6 for $2. Sweet cantaloupe, $1.99 each. Whole sweet watermelon, $2.99 each, and much, much more. Quality produce while supplies last at Witt's O'Connell Falls Piggly Wiggly's annual produce sale, August 3rd and August 4th.
Welcome back to Simmons Field. Bottom of the ninth inning. Nick Parr out on the bump for the Bullfrogs to try to close things out. So far has pitched pretty solidly for the Bullfrogs, you could say. Nick Parr, 3 scoreless frames, allowing just 3 hits, not walking a batter in 5 Ks. Sage Brule leads things off for the Kenosha Kingfish here in the bottom half. It's going to have to be a solid comeback victory for the Kenosha Kingfish, but knock on wood, the Bullfrogs have blown larger leads than this late in the game. First pitch into Brule goes by for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. 0-2, he goes behind. Bullfrogs have seen 6 to 7 run innings in the ninth before. Last night would manage a 4-run bottom of the ninth theirself. The Kingfish have struggled at the plate all night, just 5 hits. The 1-2 pitch comes inside, 2-2 now. Sage Brule, the left-handed hitter, stands in. Brule on the night is 0 for 2 with 1 walk. The 2-2 pitch runs high, and it's a full count now after Nick Parr got ahead 0-2. Brule, the Madison College product, this past season will bat .294 for the JUCO program. And the sophomore left-handed hitter playing in just his 6th or 7th game. Swings at the payoff pitch and misses. Strike 3, make it 6 strikeouts on the night now for Nick Parr. Has looked good. Coming into the game, Nick Parr, of course, struggling, a 7.53 ERA. Has pitched some great innings for the Bullfrogs and, of course, has struggled in starts. Looking for his 3rd win of the year. First pitch to Connor Doyle, the leadoff batter, is a fastball wide, 1-0. It does not feel like a safe 4-run lead for the Bullfrogs, as they have given up so many late runs this year. 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. However, if they can manage a second out here, I think they'd gain some confidence. The Kingfish would take a 3-0 lead in this game. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. The Bullfrogs would respond with the run in the 4th frame, and then here in the late innings, boy, did they get it done. A 15-minute light delay sets in, and well, I guess it's what the doctor ordered, as the Bullfrogs would post 6 runs after that. 2 in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nick Parr with another strikeout. This guy's in the zone. No walks tonight.
That's 4 straight strikeouts.
And 4 straight strikeouts for Nick Parr. Having his best outing in a Bullfrogs uniform all year. 7 strikeouts now in just 3 2/3 innings. Holy smokes. Mike Bidet digs in, swings at the first one he sees, and fouls it away left side. 0-1. The Bullfrogs staring down their second straight win. They've only managed 2-game winning streaks twice before this year. The 0-1. Wide, 1-1. Of course, in the cellar of the South Division, 4-17. They need 4 more wins in the second half not to have the worst second half in the history of the Northwoods League. That's where we were at coming into last night's game. Well, they get a victory against this team late yesterday, and late innings tonight get it done as well. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed, 2-2. The Bullfrogs split the series at home 1-1. It's a rare 4-game series against the Kingfish, and they're looking to take a 2-1 series lead. 2-2. Runs high, full count. 1-4 all time this season against the Kingfish coming into it. Or rather, 2-4 against the Kingfish coming into it. We'll make it 3-4 on the season with an opportunity to split the season series tomorrow. Payoff pitch swung on. It's a blooper into shallow center field. Riley Smith, the shortstop, gets underneath of it and grabs it for out number 3. Riley Smith gets a big hug from Ben Hart out there in shallow center. And Zach Plunkett comes and gives Nick Parr a big hug as it's hugs all around as the Bullfrogs have won 2 in a row. They beat the Kingfish here tonight 7-3. 7 unanswered runs as they would go down 3-0 in the first inning, and it did not look good. Garrett Gooden would find his groove out there on the mound for the Bullfrogs, allowing just 2 hits in 5 innings. Did allow 3 earned runs again, all of those in the first. He would hit a batter and walk 6, but he dealt in 5 strikeouts. What's more impressive, Nick Parr dealt in 4 scoreless innings for the Bullfrogs, allowing just 3 hits, not walking anyone, and dishing in 7 strikeouts. By far his best outing in a Bullfrogs uniform. Pitched a heck of a game. Get some big high fives from his coaches, and the Bullfrogs all smiles coming off of a victory last night. A walk-off victory for the Bullfrogs and a late inning victory tonight. It's a 15-minute lighting delay. That's the difference. The Frogs find something in the dark as they come away with the 7-3 win. They improved to 5-17 on the second half of the year, and the Kenosha Kingfish dropped to 10-13. Stay tuned for the post-game show. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network, 107.1 FM. Frogs win.
We've heard it time and time again. You want local loan decisions and servicing, faster turnaround, and answers to your questions handled right here in Oconto. At the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've got all of those bases covered, from local loan decisions and on-time closings to great rates and fair terms. Visit me, Bob Schwartz, at the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. I've helped many people, and now I'd like to help you with your next loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Simmons Field here, the Bullfrogs
On the field right now.
beat the Kenosha Kingfish 7-3. 7 unanswered runs in the first, in this one, my apologies. In the first inning, the Bullfrogs would drop 3 runs, I'm all messed up here. In the first inning, the Kenosha Kingfish would put 3 runs across. The Bullfrogs would then put 7 unanswered. A run in the top of the 4th inning, and then 6 in the last 3 frames. A 15-minute lighting delay took place in the 7th inning, and the Bullfrogs were losing 3-1. Something happened in the light. I don't know if the Bullfrogs got together and a pep talk, if they found some sort of something that was moving the game along, but they did something during that lighting delay, because when they came back from it, on fire. Mikey Fleer with an RBI single the very next pitch, and then sure enough, they'd go on to score 5 more runs after that. 2 runs in the top of the second, or 7th, 2 runs in the top of the 8th, and 2 runs in the top of the 9th. They come away with the victory 7-3. Nick Parr puts them down in order to close the game out. Let's take a look at the scores around the league. Take a look at the box score presented by the Knight family, and then give you your Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine player of the game and call it a day. The Lakeshore Chinooks, they beat the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors tonight 8-7. The Rockford Rivets had a doubleheader against the Wisconsin Woodchucks. The Rivets beat the Woodchucks in Game 1 12-6. In Game 2, the Rockford Rivets would come away with the 2-0 victory in a 7-inning game. The Mankato Moondogs beat the Thunder Bay Border Cats 13-8. The St. Cloud Rocks, they beat the Duluth Huskies 10-3. The Rochester Honkers, they drop a game to the La Crosse Loggers 8-15. The Battle Creek Bombers lose to the Madison Mallards 3-13. The Wilmer Stingers, they beat the Eau Claire Express 7-1. The Bismarck Larks lose to the Waterloo Bucks 0-5. The Green Bay Bullfrogs beat the Kingfish here in Kenosha 7-3. The Fond du Lac Dock Spiders lose to the Kalamazoo Growlers 5-2. And the Duluth Huskies are currently beating the St. Cloud Rocks 4-2 in just the bottom of the 5th inning. That's the second game of a doubleheader, so that's only going to 7, so that's not that odd. Let's take a look at the box score presented by the Knight family. Nice crowd here tonight, close to 3,000 people to watch the Bullfrogs win. Mikey Falia tonight went 1 for 4 with a run, 2 RBIs and a walk. Bagneski goes 0 for 5. Riley Smith 2 for 5. Dan Leckie 1 for 5 with a run scored. Troy Johnston 2 for 5 with a run. David Mayberry 2 for 3 in his first day back in Green Bay with a walk. Willie Bourbon, he would go on to go 1 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Ben Hart went 1 for 3 tonight with a run scored and 2 walks, and Zach Plunkett went 0 for 4. Garrett Gooden pitched 5 frames for the Bullfrogs, allowed 3 earned runs, all of those in the first frame. Really, after that first inning was said and done, Garrett Gooden really settled in, allowed just 2 hits the entire night, would walk 6 batters but strike out 5. And Nick Parr, what a day. 5 innings pitched, allowed just 3 hits, did not allow a run to come across, and would deal in 7 strikeouts. 4 in a row at one point. And that will do it here in Green Bay. Or we're not in Green Bay, we're in Kenosha. We'll be here tomorrow as well. That game is set for, what time's tomorrow's game? 4:05. 4:05. As always, Sunday night games earlier than normal. So we'll catch you here tomorrow at 3:55 for the pregame show. Your Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine player of the game is Nick Parr. 4 innings pitched, just 3 hits allowed, no runs, 6 walks, and 13 strikeouts. We'll see you tomorrow, folks. Have a great night. As always, it's a pleasure calling Green Bay Bullfrogs baseball on the WOCO Sports Stream 107.1 FM. Thanks to Larry in the studio. Peace.
That has been Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on WOCO Stereo FM. Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Islandfeld, Scatcherd, and Anderson, the NAW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and with Piggly Wiggly. Also by America Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing. Stay tuned for more Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on 107.1 WOCO Stereo FM. Have a great day.